Does he have it?
Medeiros is going to get it.
They're going to toss it. They haven't got it. He's on the outside line, though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now, though, for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still start trouble. He's not a second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and people of all ages, we return once more for the VWSC World Sports Car Championship 1981 series live from Le Mans. This is, of course, round 7. Well, technically it's round 6 because of the preseason, but we are at round 6. We've got 2.5 hours of Le Mans. And we've got no 2.4. Thank you very much. I've just heard a mirror. We've got no team event either, and we're 10 times the speed, so we will cover the full 24 hours over the course of the race. Let's have a look at the track map. It is different to the modern day Le Mans, as you full well know, and as everybody has watched Le Mans 66 on some platforms, or Ferrari versus Ford on other platforms. There are no chicanes. As soon as you go round Tetra Rouge at the top part of the circuit on the top left-hand side, turn 5, you've got the run straight the way down the Mole Sound. Also, there's changes down at turn 1 as well. You can see there's no wigglies in the middle. It's straight round, straight through Tetra Rouge S's, straight round the corner, and then we are off down the Mole Sound, topping insane amounts of speed. I'm sure that we're going to see here as well. Let's have a look at the keys to the race. They've got to respect the barriers here as well, because they are going to be close. Beware of night driving and rain. Ooh, let's see how they get on with that. Watch oil temps, optimize fuel, of course. Fuel will be 2 times limit, 120 litres, looking at about 3 stops here as well. Tyres, they have race tyres and they'll have wet tyres. That is it. Right, let's have a look at the standings, shall we? Starting off with the SP2Ls, and Nicholas Kirsten's out in front on 60 points, with Dan Herlock in second, Eduardo Benica third, then Alessandro Smeraldi, Johnny Gutierrez and Oliver Day rounding out top 6, with Magnus Dahlgren rounding out 7. Ruta de Bruin in 8th, Timon Suvic, Mike Bell, Bradley Sellers, Gilles Lalonde, Dan Kirby, Ollie Cargelati and Robert Molin. In the team, Scudiera, Bridget Bardot, Ferrari out in front, with Emmy Racing in second, Smile Power Racing in third, Bad Day Racing in fourth, with Retro Monsters in fifth. In the AMs, let's have a look at them. John Uyan out in front on 60.98 points. Ross Smith on 59.76, very close there as well. To Jerry Chen on 54. Maximilian Petravsky, Vinicius Goncalves, and George Angelides. Steve Carman, Daryl Kruger, Brian Hall, and Ryan Reyes round out the top 10. Then it's SGS Club Italia leading the teams, with Tic Tac Toe Motorsport in second. Flying Kiwi in third, MP Tuning in fourth. Still very close in the teams. Very impressed that they've kept that close there together. Let's have a little look at the GR's SP U2L Pros. JT Tummy out in front on 60 points, with Ethan Funk on 56. Matt Wright in third on 53, then Ben Bowman and Alan Smith tied on 52. Becky Ely Clark on 51, and Benjamin Latalik on 46. Tony McCoffin, Elko Busick, Alexander Schultz, Daniel Fowler and Matthew Williams. Then we've got Martini Racing, Lancia leading the way with JT Sammy and Ethan Funk. Burgundy Monsters, BMW in second, usually Trouble in third. Very close together, second and third. First is a little bit running away. Then Craven Racing and SF Motorsport 320 Turbo. Moving on to the AMs in this class, it is John Mayer and Christian Dalga leading away on 58 points. Maddie Overton on 56, 2 points back. Carl Struhl in fourth, then Alex McBean in fifth, then no points for Monet, Dowg, Survey, Sunverlap, Rice or Kadaranakis. Then it's Dark Thunder Racing leading away on 114, well out in front from Broke Faster BMW. That is the scores up to date here as well. Welcome in Carl's in YouTube chat as well. And Kim D, good day, and she says there as well. I'm James Parfitt, going to be joined in the booth by Mr. Paul Glover here, who's going to come along for the ride at Le Mans. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. Let's see what Paul thinks of this one. Paul, we're on the historic Le Mans. No chicanes.
Hi everybody. Yeah, no chicanes. Would that mean less or more carnage? I think we'll find out. I don't know about you, James. I don't know how often you've raced around Le Mans, but with the release of Le Mans Ultimate, I've done quite a few laps, and I often forget where I am going down the back straight with the chicane. So you've got a little bit longer to wait there. So people are going to be daydreaming as they head down towards the chicane at the end.
Well, maybe that's the thing, isn't it? I did see a video once of Charles Leclerc, and he was driving in sim, by the way, guys, not in real life, driving in sim down the Mulsanne straight, and he was eating a yogurt. He'd let his steering wheel go, and the steering wheel was just driving, and he was eating a yogurt on the way down the Mulsanne as well. So it will be quite interesting to see how these guys get on and whether or not they're going to be able to basically concentrate on what they're doing. That would be nice, of course. But let's hope they don't have any dramas. Don't forget they're going to get 20 points for the win, and 19, 18, 17, 16, all the way down to 1. Then 0.5 points for each car finishing per class. So that's going to be an interesting one as well. Drivers must complete 50% race distance to take the checkered flag under their own power. Now, as we've known this season, that has been quite difficult. We've had a lot of cars go poof, and I do mean literal poof. Ryan Paul Reyes'
Yes.
car has gone poof quite a few times, Paul. Bless his little
on the puffin, as you're calling it, and that I'm making it into a verb now. I'm sure
Okay.
Ross will explain that engine management around here is going to be really key, especially the fact that it's a 2.4-hour race. I'm sure you remembered in the previous race, James, we lost a fair few drivers to puffing engines.
We absolutely did. There's nothing worse than a puffing engine, everybody at home as well. So you can coin that one. Talking to Mr. Smith, he's come and joined us in the booth as well, while George does his briefing up there somewhere, talking all serious. We get to have a good old chinwag with Mr. Ross Smith. Ross, welcome into sir. How are you?
Oh, welcome. I mean, you put it as though we don't have serious conversations here, and it's anything.
Not always. Not always.
Yeah, it's good. How's everything going today? It's looking like it's going to be pretty good weather and everything for the race, so should be all set
I
to
was going
go.
to call out your card saying rain, but I don't think there's any rain in the area, Ross.
There is some rain in the area, but it's unlikely to really affect the race.
All right, well, let's have a chat, Ross, because I got into the booth and I've had a rundown from Paul. I had a bit of a grilling, actually. He told me off for being late. Listen, tell us, what we got? We got some changes going on. Stuff with turbos and all sorts of fancy fandangle things and taking shape. So tell us about it, Ross. What have we got coming up?
So the turbo has been taken off in terms of the qualifying turbo settings. So basically, those who do have turbos had two settings. There was a race and qualify. And what we were finding was the qualifying boost wasn't really adding much in terms of pace to be able to do more than what they were already doing, just having turbo naturally. So we just axed that because it just kind of introduced some additional issues and adjusted the way that the BOP was working in terms of fuel usage, power output, that kind of thing. So not much change on the surface in terms of what you'll see in car performance, but just some things in the background that are going on with that.
Okay, and tell us what's been happening with the mod. What changes have we had over the mod? I know you're a little busy bee in the background, so any mod changes that we need to hear about?
Unfortunately, I've been quite busy trying to get a lot of the modern stuff finished up. We actually do have all the Evos now into that one, so that's been kind of taking my time. But the Lotus is 100% brand new. The entire model has been redone by Ben Borman. So he even made the adjustments to the UV layouts, so the templates match up very close to what they were previously. So it's all a bunch of great work that he did there. The interior is working now. Cameras still need to be updated on all the cars, of course, but that will take shape. And then we also did a little bit of fundamental adjustments. So the windscreens have been cleaned a little bit, so they're a little bit easier for drivers to see out of. The light cones, the way that they appear, are a little bit more dynamic. So that will have an effect. Although it is going to be really hard to see out there today, especially when it goes to night. So drivers are going to really have to pay attention and make sure they're staying awake.
Okay, one of the other things I do want to talk about, car choice. What are we looking at in the way of strength of cars here as well? Because we've had, obviously, a bit of a message come through to us. The Porsche taking flight down the straight is normal occurrence and will happen every lap. What else are we going to see here that we need to worry about, and what cars are going to be stronger than others?
So this version of this track definitely had a much larger hump down heading towards Mulsanne Corner. So it's more pronounced than I want to say it actually was in real life. Obviously, this track has produced backflips in its history, and
Wasn't
that
that the
certainly has aided
CLK
that.
Mercedes?
It's actually been a few cars through time, but yes, that is definitely one of them. And it's about that spot where it would be happening, just because the front end comes off the ground a little bit, you get air underneath there, and it takes off. Now, with the way that drivers are lifting coasting, that should be able to mitigate some of that. But you're definitely going to see a little bit of wheelie popping as they head toward Mulsanne Corner. So keep an eye out for that.
Nice. That's okay then. I think it's going to be an exciting one on that one. Just had a message come through. Headlight changes. Do we have headlight changes?
That goes back to what I was talking in terms of the light cones that are going out. They're more dynamic. They look a little bit more realistic. Unfortunately, some of the attenuation needs to be adjusted, so drivers are going to have a little bit more of a challenge than what they had previously. But it should still be all good. There are plenty of marker points. So, like I said, drivers just do need to make sure they're paying attention, and certainly when they're around traffic. I don't know if you followed behind one of these cars when they're slipstreaming down the straight, but it is terrifying if you're not the leading car. And actually, if you are the leading car, it can still be terrifying because if you have to brake for a bunny or something, or do something that maybe the guy pushing you isn't expecting, it can end in disaster. So they have to work together and make sure that they're paying attention to what they're doing, so that way everyone can make it out the other side.
Okay, strong cars, Ross. What are we expecting?
Turbos, obviously, they've got a leg up. So the Lotus, the BMW, and the Ferrari are a little bit struggling there. The Ferrari actually has taken on a little bit of weight after some BOP review from the last few races. So it should still have pretty good pace, but I imagine that's going to fall off a little bit more dramatically than what we've seen in the past as it starts to work its tires a bit more, especially through Sector 3, Porsche curves, that kind of thing. But they're still going to be strong. They're going to be up there, especially if drivers are able to manage their fuel, and if they're able to find some partners for slipstreaming to improve upon that and keep their speeds up. So everyone has a chance, but a lot of things have to go their way in order for that to happen. But Mustangs, they're going to be strong. The Lancias are going to be strong. The BMW 320s, they should be up there with the Lancias. You can see that they're pretty much even back and forth there. So yeah, Lotuses, BMWs, they're going to struggle in their respective classes.
Right. Okay. So talking about the Lotus, we touched on engine management. Obviously, we've seen some cars go a lot of puffing over the course of the season already, Lotus being one of them. Are we likely to see a Lotus go puff again, or has engine wear been sort of adapted for this win?
So everyone has a chance of blowing up their engine for sure. It's since we had the early times in Daytona, it's been adjusted to be, I guess, a little bit more likely that you can make it to the end as long as you just watch what you're doing to your car and you don't take yourself out or anything like that or do anything silly. But yeah, I would say that of all the cars, the ones that end up having to run higher revs in order to get more power output, they're the ones that are kind of most vulnerable. So Mustang is a very strong car choice, but at the same time, it has a better chance of blowing up. Porsche, it's another one. It's a little bit less vulnerable, I want to say, but there's still a chance that it can happen.
Well, and for poor old Ryan Paulbert Reyes, it's been happening quite a lot as the season has gone on. I don't quite think he's actually. I think he may have got to the end of one race, I think, if I remember correctly. Other than that, I think he's blown up in all the others, Ross. I'm sure he may disagree with you on the Porsche being slightly vulnerable. I think the Porsche may have a good chance. And if you are sitting at home wondering what is going to be happening very shortly, well, there's 31 drivers on the grid. We will do the grid formation on the pace lap due to the fact it's a very, very long lap. So we'll look forward to doing the grid on that one. What are Ross Smith's chances today?
Well, chances of survival, I want to say, are pretty good. And that's certainly what we're looking at to try and achieve. Attrition is going to be our friend, I think, in pretty much all of the BMWs, barring, maybe Dan Herlock. But, we're not slow, and we can make up some time in Sector 3 for sure. So we just have to make sure that we stay out of other people's mistakes and not make our own. And that's going to be our best chance of at least getting some points and maintaining our spot in the team's championship.
Yeah, sitting in second at the moment, you and Mr. Vinicius Goncalves are 20 points behind John Uyana and George Angelidis. Are you going to be able to overturn the Mr. Angelidis?
I mean, some of that comes down to just Vinicius and myself finishing the race. So as long as we can do that and not open up any bigger of a separation, assuming that they end up doing as well as their cars have the potential to, then we should be able to stay within striking distance. And of course, we don't wish ill will upon our competitors, but if there's an opportunity, we definitely want to take advantage of it and do all we can to maximize points.
So basically what he's saying is if they blow up, he ain't going to be unhappy about it. All right? There you go. Yes? Am I wrong?
I mean, I will just definitely look at maximizing my team's potential.
He says with a massive grin. You can even hear the grin on his chops there as well as he's going along.
We know that George likes pushing his engines as hard as he can because he loves hearing those beautiful notes of the V12. So, I will encourage him to pursue whatever he wants in his hobby. And so that benefits me, so be it.
So basically what you said is, George, go flat out sunshine, all right? Blow up, have a puff, and then we can take the victory. Correct?
I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess.
That's the only way to put it, Mr. Smith. Don't fibs. I love it how you disguise the fact that you say, I don't wish ill will, but, if it happens, you're not going to be worrying too much about it. Well, Ross, it's always been a pleasure having a chat with you. Listen, quick things as well. Why we're here as well, just let you know, we've had some modern calendar changes, Mr. Smith.
We have. So obviously the Qatar race in real life was postponed, and I can't remember if it was redated for that. I think it was. I don't recall, but certainly within the modern series, it has been pushed into October, I believe, and then the finale at Bahrain has moved into November. So I think it's November 21st, if I got that right. But yeah, so a couple of those moved around. The next race in the moderns, I believe, is Imola.
2 weeks time.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll have that, and then I can't think that far ahead now. This close to a race, especially. But enjoy the new the liveries that we have going on. Unfortunately, Vinicius didn't have a chance to put his on. He was concerned that R Factor 2 would ruin him. But we have a couple different flavors on the car. I'm running the fruit adventure, and then he was supposed to have strawberries and cream, but unfortunately, we'll have to wait until the next race for that one.
Oh, okay. Let's see how you get on, Ross. Have a good one there, buddy, and look forward to catching up with you, maybe at the end.
That would be fantastic. We'll see. I'm sure if anything else, it is going to be a very entertaining race.
Yes, Ross, and don't forget, while you're driving, just think that you don't want the engine to go poof.
I always think that. I nervously think that every time the RPMs just touch around the 88, 8900 mark.
No, I bet you do. Right, Mr. Smith, thank you very much. Go get yourself sorted out, and I will hopefully catch up with you later.
All right, thanks, James. And to you, Paul, I hope you boys have a good time in the booth.
I'm sure we will, as we will aim to have a good time like we always do here as well. That was Mr. Ross Smith bringing us updates regularly as he talks about what goes on the mods and what changes are they going to make and everything else. It's going to be very, very interesting as well. Paul, I wonder, with that hump that's got apparently bigger, do we think we can see cars go up in the air, like up and over? That would be cool.
Yeah, I guess for us it would be cool, not for the drivers though, would it? I do think it's funny that he mentioned that the undulation, because I had a little look around the track earlier on when I was setting up, and I did think that it doesn't look as flat as it normally does around here. So that may be bring a bit of a challenge. Even going under the Dunlop sign, the cars, I think some of them are lifting ever so slightly. Also, I think what's quite interesting, Petrafsky's put in the chat, I think he's basically trying to say that the Porsche is slow in a straight line. So yeah, we might see him struggle down the back straight.
But that's really not a shock, is it?
No, it's not.
Let's be honest.
It's
every
a
Porsche. Yeah.
That's what they're renowned for, right? Is they're renowned for being
slow.
very, very handy. No, not slow, but like very mobile. They can move side to side. They handle the corners very well, but are a little bit short when it comes to straight line speed.
So basically, slow. So there we go. Look,
well,
to see
yeah, and unfortunately, around here, that's where you're really going to get hurt, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude. They've got to have. It's going to be. They need speed. Literally, they need speed.
Yes.
But they've got to balance that with engine management, and that's one of the things that's going to make it interesting as well. Is balancing the engine management of your car with the speed that you need, because they've got to make sure that some of these 3.5 litres, 4.9 litres, 1.6 litres, they've got to make sure that they can actually get to the end of the race, because there's no point having the speed of the Mustang if you're going to go and rag the living grannies out of it round every single lap and blow it up by the time you get to lap 10. You know what I mean? There's just no point.
And I'd like to be clear. Hopefully, no grannies have been harmed when they are being ragged. But yeah, and the thing is as well, like, I think we all get in our own head sometimes when we're racing, because you look at where you are in the standings during a race, especially something that's 2.4 hours long, but you don't know what everyone else is doing. You might have an idea if they're a teammate that what they're doing, but really you don't know how much lift and coast people are potentially doing, and what their strategy is going to be as the race unfolds. So all you really need to do is focus on yourself, get your strategy on point, stay out of, don't have any misdemeanors, don't cause yourself any penalties going in and out of the pits, keep it clean. You've got a long race ahead of you, you're going to work up a proper sweat, we all know this, and see where you land.
Absolutely. And while you're there, leave the grannies alone. Oh,
yes, exactly. No grannies have been harmed, hopefully. So.
No, definitely not. We don't want that. That's definitely something we do not need here as well. So looking forward to seeing how they get on as well. And hopefully they should be able to get to the end without any dramas. So we're just coming in to the final 4 minutes of warm-up, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back and get your drinks, get your popcorn. It's going to be a long one, so I hope you've got food with you as well, because otherwise you are going to, you're going to go hungry, let's put it that way. Unlike myself and Paul, who are not able to eat while we're commentating.
No, I've had an early dinner, so I've prepared. But I've got some snacks in the kitchen if I feel a little bit peckish, and I've got a glass of water here. Trying to be good and stay away from the fizzy drinks and so forth. So, yeah, I'm ready to go, and let's see how this unfolds, and if we can have a clean lap one. I think that really should be what the drivers aim right here. You've got a long you've got over nearly 2.5 hours to go from the green flag. Just get round the first few corners intact.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise, if you've got it, your race is already ended at that point. So, and it looks like we're just switching over to the race session. So we'll be going live very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moments where we all sit back, get chilled out, get relaxed. Unlike Paul, I have got coffee and a can of lemonade. So, and my dinner's in the microwave because it was ready just as we were going live. So I'll eat that a little bit later on. it is going to be quite a long one. So I'm sure he'll be fine and ready for me when I come out. So there we go. Cars getting onto the grid, are they, Mr. Glover?
Yes, they are just starting to. Bear with me a second. Here we go. Starting to line up now.
Not very straight.
Yeah. No. I can't say that I.
A bit wonky donkey.
Yes.
We are a bit wonky donkey here this evening as well. So we'll give them a minute to hopefully get themselves sorted out. Don't forget, if you are here, ladies and gentlemen, say hi. We will talk to you as this race goes on. Let us know who you're cheering for, who you think is going to win, who you think is going to come out on top. That is the worst straight line I've ever seen in my life of cars on the grid. So there we go.
But we are not moving there. There's a stationary Porsche on the grid there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, the silver one. Great. And Johnny Gutierrez there as well. Just a quick thing in YouTube chat, somebody said the cars are drowning out the commentary. Timon Subic in 9th, Dan Herlock in 10th, then Bradley Sellers in 11th, and Steve Carman down in 12th place. Moving on is Ross Smith and Jerry Chen with George Angelidis and Adrian Rice alongside him in 60. Going on to the next line, it is Gilles Lalonde with John Uyan, Mike Bell and Robert Molin round out the top 20. Moving on from that one, JT Tammy and Oli Cargilati. That's a Lancia BMW row with Matt Wright and Alexander Schultz rounded out the 24. 25th is Mr. Alan Smith and then Becky Ely Clark in 26th. Ben Borman in 27th with Dan Scott sitting in 28th. Then Vinicius Goncalves, Peter Meyer and Santiago Dancourt rounds out the 31. So there we go. Sound levels are all good after some big capital letters from Mr. Ninja Fish there in the YouTube chat as well. So thank you very much for that one.
Didn't I? I was having some fun with the levels, but nothing had changed on my end. So I don't know what. Anyway, what's gone on there? So.
Well, it's fixed, so that's all
that's
we
the main
need
thing.
to. Yeah. Absolutely, I do agree. On that one, hopefully you can hear us clearly now, and there are no other dramas that we need to worry about at all. So thank you very much for that.
Hopefully
We still got
just
this.
worry about the racing now, so that's what we're here for, right? So.
Absolutely, that's our job, isn't it, Paul, to discuss the amazing
something
racing
like
we're
that,
going
mate.
to see.
Yeah, something like that, I believe. Yeah.
What do you mean, something like that, dude? We're going to have a wonderful time sat up here in the booth here once again. So you know, I'm looking forward to this one, Paul. Come on, where's your positive thinking?
What's De Bruyne on pole position? We haven't. I mean, that's I don't think we've seen that this year yet, have we?
Not No, I don't think so. I don't think we have, to be honest with you. He's done a great job. So there as well. The question is, though, is can he keep that Mustang ahead of Ollie Day? And then we've got the two Ferraris of Smeraldi and and Bonica in behind him. So that's going to be a very, very, very fast run down there as well. So keep an eye on that one and see how these guys get on and whether or not it will be able for Wouter de Bruin to be able to stay ahead of the cars in and around him. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. Drama will be at night. Apparently the drivers can't see too far with these headlights, says Paul Liberson in YouTube chat.
Yeah, well, that's definitely been a topic of conversation in the chat on the build up to this race, which is why I prompted you just to ask a question around the headlights. So some drivers have really struggled with their braking points, and you know, like for instance, I think there was a question around you know, markers around the track, you know, like reflectors, but I don't think they had things like that in this period. So
No, they didn't.
so safety wasn't as top of the list even in the 80s.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Let's put it this way. You basically were strapped into a car that could go poof at any point, and you got to the end on a wing and a prayer. Let's put it that way. And some drivers didn't make it to the end. You know, hey, listen, this is motorsport. It isn't paper folding or, you know, making crafts, arts and crafts. It's a dangerous sport in general, and things can always happen here as well. So, you know, it is what it is on that one. But let's see how these guys get on once again. If they can't see, I don't really know. Can they flash? Can they flash lights? Are they going to be able to do that as well? So basically to highlight a little bit more as they come down. But hey, listen, let's see how they go on. Thank you for Mr. Paul Ibsen in YouTube chat. Welcome in for that one. But it's still going to be a very, very interesting one indeed. We are on our run down. I believe we're down at Indianapolis. This is a very, very long pace car lap.
Yes, it is. Well, especially now that we're following the in-game safety car, James. So that will also have an impact.
Yeah, it doesn't look going fast.
No, which then makes me ask the question about how are the drivers able to get heat into their tyres?
Well, nobody's doing any little wiggling, are they? Which is what basically we've seen. I love the fact it's a Volvo, the pace car as well. You know, I mean, of all the other cars you've got to pick back in the 80s, you've got to pick a Volvo. I'm pretty sure a Porsche pace car or something like that might have done good, but hey, a good old Volvo back in the day. Everybody might remember them in the 80s and 90s in the BTCC as well, where they had the Volvo Estate running alongside the Alfa Romeo 155 and the Vauxhall, God, I can't remember all the Opel Amiga they called it, wasn't it, back then as well. So yeah, look, that was a great period of touring cars. And the Ford Mondeo driven by Nigel Mansell coming from the back to the front in the rain. That was an awesome race as well. If you haven't watched that, you should. It's definitely worth watching. Great masterclass from Mr. Nigel Mansell there as well. He seems to be able to turn his hands to kind of any motorsport and take the victory as he did in IndyCar. So there we go. Looking forward to seeing how they get on. A bit of history for you there, Paul.
Yeah, no, I remember Nigel Mansell being in IndyCar. I remember those days.
Because that's when they started putting it on British TV.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Because he was out there.
He was out there, wasn't he? Yeah, because it was a year after he took the World Championship, wasn't it? I think he left
Something
straight
like
away.
Yeah.
I think he went straight off after that and straight to IndyCar, and then he started seeing it on TV. And then that gave us a little bit of a snippet of what it was like.
That's one of the reasons why, you know, I started playing the IndyCar game by Papyrus.
I was playing the BTCC game on PlayStation.
Yeah, I loved that as well. You know,
that was an awesome, Toka, that was awesome.
Yeah, Toka Drive. It was funny, I was talking about that game with somebody the other day, like how good that was.
I think I'd go out and purposely buy.
We were talking about Sims and, you know, today's Sims and you know, and Race Room. I think one of its pluses is the touring cars content. Does it pretty well, I think. Fair to say.
Yeah, there is Sims out there that are still behind on the touring car front.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I remember I got like the World Touring Car games in my Steam library and things like that, and like the early 2000s. So yeah, there's been rumours of well, there's supposed to be an IndyCar game coming out. There's also been rumoured that originally it was going to be one by Studio 397 to make a British touring cars, but I don't think we're going to see it. It's a shame, but I'm just not sure if it's marketable. Anyway, James, over to you for the beginning of the race.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming through the final couple of chicanes here as well. You can see the left, the right, then it's going to be left again, then right again, and then this 2.4 hour race of Le Mans. We are going to be green, green, green right now. You can see everybody weaving across the track there as well. Wouter de Bruin is going to take the run from Ollie Day. Eduardo Bonica has lost a place to Smeraldi. They're going to be side by side on the first run up through in through Dunlop, up through Tetra Rouge Yeses here as well. Now it's going to be up over the hill. They're going to be on the right hand side. They're going to come down through the right hander of Tetra Rouge. Then it's going to be the first run down the Mulsanne. Who is going to be able to stay out in front here as well through the right hander here again? Yeah, Wouter de Bruin out in front at this moment in time. He's going to lead the way, Paul, but where's the draft going to come from, and who's going to make the most of it?
Yeah, exactly. Oliver Day in P2, Smeraldi in P3 as things stand. Kirsten P4, Benica P5, Dahlgren. So here we go. We've got Smeraldi on the back of Oliver Day. Can he make a move down this very, very long straight?
Absolutely. You can see the cars in the background going side by side there as well. There's going to be a lot of side by sides all the way down here. Smeraldi, Nicholas Kirsten's there as well. I wonder can we have a look at the top speed? That would be absolutely awesome to see what they're clocking up down at this Mulsanne straight and whether or not they're going to be able to make their cars last. 317, 318, 319 kilometers an hour. Are we going to top 320? We might just about do it, but Wouter de Bruin is making the most of this opening lap here. 2 hours and 22 minutes still to go, and there's Bradley Sellers and Magnus Dahlgren in the background. They're running side by side as well. There's a swap for a lead almost with Ollie Day. Wouter de Bruin seems to be on his bike. I don't think Wouter de Bruin is doing much saving of that engine. You see the cars lift up there as well. Daylight between them all. Oh, there was nearly a flip. We nearly had a flip there as well. Oh, it's contact crash. Two Ferraris.
Not sure who that was.
I think the two Ferraris of Bonica may be there as well. Have had some drama. The marshal's still waving a green flag. Forget about the yellow around the corner, clearly, for him there. But there was some drama with the two Ferraris. But Wouter de Bruin has made it up through unscathed. Bradley Sellers still having a little bit of a ding-dong there. Smeraldi and Eduardo Bonica. I don't know if it was them two, but it looks like both of them may have survived that. But I can tell you one thing, that was very, very manic down into the corner there as well for these guys on this opening lap, Paul. They've got to be careful of that. They can't be doing that every lap.
Yeah, no, and also as they lose a little bit of fuel, surely that's going to get worse, right? But that was something, wasn't it? Yeah, I think the thing is, what's interesting is seeing anything that shows me what happened there. But I'll have a little look and see if I can find replay. Maybe got it on replay, so we'll come across that shortly. But also just to remind you how everybody jumped down the back straight, and I don't know why that's not playing the replay thing. Brilliant. Excellent.
No, it plays the jump, so that's all we need to see. Watch the cars up behind. There you go. And then watch them as they come through the corner. It is Smeraldi and Bonica go at each other. They managed to stay. Oh, great recovery from both of them, but they've got to be a little bit more smarter than that one as Eduardo Bonica and Smeraldi, because they cannot be doing that every single lap. And what's made it worse, the Scuderia Brigitte Bardot Ferraris are Alex Smeraldi and Eduardo Bonica. So they nearly really took each other out there as well. Paul's mic is still very quiet compared to JP, apparently in YouTube chat as well. Your levels, Paul. What's going on here this afternoon?
Oh, I don't know. There we go. Let's try that and see if that helps. Yeah, I was going to say, Wouter de Bruin, 3.5 seconds already up in the lead.
Yeah, out in front at the moment is Wouter. Bradley Sellers 3.5 back now as well. You see all these guys, Judy Gutierrez in that bad day racing Ford Saxpeed Mustang. He's got Timon Suvic for the ME Racing
Ross
Ferrari
Smith
tucked in behind the
oh, something's happened to
behind him.
Ross. Yeah, look,
Ross has had some drama.
yeah,
He's just been overtaken from Concalves from his teammate as Ross is sporting the new livery. We did hear about the flavours of the Tic Tacs. I'm sure there's going to be a multiple or a plethora of liveries as they go through. There's a yellow in sector 1, so somebody's had some drama. But here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen, with a 3:39.466 lap
DNF,
time.
James.
Maximilian Petrafsky in the Porsche, but then again, he didn't have a good pace lap.
No, he didn't. I'm just going to try and just work out what's going on with the replay. So bear with me.
Right, well, Paul does that. You can listen to me chinwag on for a little bit here. Ollie Day, Smoreldi going at each other as well. In behind that is Nick Kirstens making the most of the draft here. These guys are going to come up to that hump one more time and see how these guys get on. Who's going to survive? Is anybody going to flip? Because let's be real, they are rocking up some speed here in current round this straight. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see. We'll keep an eye on the cars in front. Up they go there as well. Up over the hill, up the hill, over the hill. Look at them all jumping sporadically there. An amazing job from all of the drivers. Managed to get that car stopped as well. That corner is kind of close to the end of that jump as well. So to get that car landed and get the brakes done for Mulsanne, it has been an absolute amazing job from all of these. Jerry Chen leading the GR5 AMs, Karjan Lai leading the SPGR5s, then GR5 AM is Peter Meyer, but that's because he is all on his lonesome by the looks of it, and Peter Meyer will obviously just get the 20 points if he gets to the end of the race. So looking forward to seeing how he gets on, but at the moment he's the only one in class, so technically he should win the race there as well. Car spread out already.
I don't know why it's not playing the replay intro. It's not loading it for some reason. But this,
Right,
is
well,
what this is what happened to Ross Smith.
Oh, there's a car coming in there. Petrafsky hit him.
Oh, yeah, and also I'm not getting the audio from that source as well. So that yeah, this is okay. I need to
Maximilian Petrafsky hit Ross Smith. He spun there, and unfortunately for him, it did cause a little bit of dramas all the way through. Alessandro Smoreldi, Nick Kirstens, they're running nose to tail at the moment currently as well as they're going through Virage de Pont, then down into the S's, then through the Corvette car, the Corvette curves and Méchant Blanche through the Ford chicane. If anybody hasn't seen Le Mans 66 or Ford versus Ferrari, depending where you are in the world, I think it depends from what platform you watch it on. It is an absolutely amazing film. You should go and watch it as well. There's a great explanation where the racing driver explains to his son, I can't even remember who the racing driver is, to be blatantly honest with you, but he explains to his son asks him, what is it like driving through Le Mans? And he goes and literally explains to him word for word what it's like driving around some of these circuits. It's absolutely amazing film. If you have not watched it, go and watch it. It is a great testament to sports car racing, so it's absolutely incredible. But go and watch that film if you have not watched it. No chicanes, says Nick Marshall in YouTube chat. No, dude, it is a 1981 version, hence the cars are a lot older. We've got the Ford Sax-Speed Mustang, Ferrari 512s, BMW M1s in there, the Porsche 935s as well. Lotus Esprit also in there. Lancia Deltas are in there as well. So it's a take on the 1981 World Sports Car Championship, and this is what it is here as well. No, as you say, no chicane. It is a straight run, straight out of Tête Rouge, all the way down the Mulsanne, topping north of 320 kilometers per hour as Alexandra Smoreldi is climbing all over the back end of Bradley Sellers. Literally, Sellers cannot get rid of him at all. Johnny Gutierrez has just made that move on Ollie Day down the straight here. He's done a great job in the process, and there's still battles all the way through. Alex Schultz and Smith, both in the BMW 320 turbos, are fighting it out further down. There's battles all the way across the track here, Paul. A lot going on here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm having a few technical issues. There's some, sorry, James. There's lots of battles everywhere. Yeah, I'm not really focused on the race at the moment. Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to work out what's going on with
Let's leave Paul to it here as well. Have a conversation with me in YouTube chat. Schultz and Smith side by side there on their run down the Mulsanne again. Now coming down into Mulsanne corner. It'll be very, very, very a long while away here once more as these guys continue to battle. You can see Smith has got the lead. Schultz is going to tuck in right behind him. It's going to be two BMWs having a bit of a ding-dong, ladies and gentlemen. We had to get it in there, and these two are going at it side by side. Smith now. Schultz takes over. Smith tucks in behind him. It's a game of To Me, To You from the Chuckle Brothers, and if you haven't watched that program, go watch it as well. As these guys continue this run, they're coming all the way down. They're going to be swapping again. Smith pulls out a little bit. Is he going to have a go at Schultz? He is. They're coming up to the jump now, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Can they get up over the jump and down onto the floor quick enough without any dramas? The BMW doesn't really get much air, considering the rest of the cars are absolutely flying over the jump. And it is Schultz leading the way into Mulsanne Corner before they go down through Kerber de Grove, then down into Indianapolis and Arnage. Still some great battles happening across the field at this moment in time. Lots of cars taken out. It is a Mustang 1-2 with Ferrari tucked in behind it, then Mustang 3-4, then Ferrari again, BMW in behind that as well. There's been a drama in Sector 2 as these guys are still getting used to the track. When we've got 2 hours to go, you see Smith and Schultz. And Schultz is still holding on. Smith still trying to get in behind him. Can't get the job done at the moment here. Great battles for these BMWs. Through the left-hander they go. Now it's going to be the run here all the way down into Arnage. Short little spurt through the right-hander, then up through Porsche Curves, Virage de Bon, S's Corvette Curve, and Maison Blanche for the final part of this racetrack. It's going to be an absolutely epic one, I'm sure. Are we in fear, just really quickly though, Paul, are we in fear of cars getting very spread out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Moving on. There as well, as this Paul comes in.
I can't get the for some reason I can't get the replay thing to work properly. For some reason it's
been horrible.
Yeah, it's just not
been
playing.
Horrible.
Just not playing it for me. The MP4 it's refusing to do the playback, and I can't work out why. But
Well,
yeah, there's been a couple of off tracks. Jules Lalonde's been off. This is apparently the replay.
We've got Max. We've got Petrafsky in YouTube chat as well. I'll read out what he says there. This is up for. Oh, you're going to run wide, son. You're going to get that all wrong. Over the bump. Is the back end going to come round at some point?
No, he's telling me he's off track. So maybe it's the detecting the jump.
Could well be. Or yeah, could well be. Petrafsky's in YouTube chat. That was just about the stupidest mistake I've ever made. Oh well, that's one way to DNF on lap 2. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's detecting the jumps as off tracks. That's what it's doing, James.
So there you go. But Max, let's be real though. Your pace lap wasn't exactly sparkling, was it? You know what I mean? You were having pace lap issues. So there we go on that one. But this is the closest battle on your screen at the moment in time. Schultz and Smith with Cargianati tucked in right behind him. Chen's out in front by 5.7 in his class. De Bruyn's out in front by Sellers. GR5 AMS at the bottom there. Peter Mile, leader, is the only one in class. So he's going to, technically, if he can keep the car on the race circuit, he will go and take that victory. So well done to Peter Mile. Congratulations on that one. At least that's one name we can put on the list who will take the win for later on, Paul. That's one job done.
Yes, indeed. Right, there is actually an incident here with Daniel Scott. Takes the corner a little bit too fast.
Runs off the side of the circuit, unfortunately for him. Over the bumps he goes.
And it's Miller time.
Yeah, absolutely for Dan Scott. Go and gets on the dirt. That's not going to be good. 2 hours, 10 minutes to go. We are seeing a little bit of spread across this 30-car field at this moment in time. We have got Becky Ely Clark and JT Tammy having a little bit of a ding-dong further down. JT in the Lancia Beta, Becky in the Lotus Esprit. That's one we might be able to pick up on as well. They're 0.1 seconds apart at the moment. As you see on your screen there as well, they are in a little bit of a freeway there. That is also Matt Wright tucked in right behind them. But these guys are having a bit of a ding-dong. Over they go. He's going to come up over the jump as well. Tammy, Ely Clark and Wright. Are they all going to get over there cleanly? Up over the hill they go. Everybody through. No real dramas. Then it's going to be hard on the brakes down to Mulsanne. Stop the brakes. Get that car stopped as best as you possibly can. And Ely Clark nearly did not make that corner.
Yeah, she's not as good on the brakes there, was she, as JT Tammy? No. And not far off the back of them is also Matt Wright. So he's off similar pace last time round, ever so slightly slower. So if he can find a bit of pace, he can come and join this battle. But Becky and JT Tammy, oh sorry, actually I was looking at, I think Santiago Dancourt, sorry, is the car behind them. So
Yeah.
Matt Wright sort of sticking with them just about at the moment.
Yeah, there as well. Max has said on the pace lap his pedal broke, apparently. Spring dislodged itself and he had to fix it ad hoc really quickly. Total catastrophe. Well, listen.
You did
Max,
call that,
listen.
didn't you? You did say,
Yeah.
you know, to your credit, you did say I think he's having a technical issue.
I absolutely did there, but listen, Max, to be fair though, you can now just sit on the sofa, watch the broadcast on TV and chill out as Johnny Gutierrez and Magnus Dahlgren are having a bit of a run side by side at this moment in time here. These guys continuing on this race circuit up through the Dunlop curve. They're going to go now. Dan Herlock's tucked in. He's got Timon Subic in behind him through the left-hander of Tetra Rouge. Before you go, well, Tetra Rouge yeses if you really want to be precise. Then through the right-hander of Tetra Rouge onto that straight. You can still see we've got the Edie Clark battle, right battle down in the bottom right-hand corner for you. Still, whoa! He held it.
That was
He
Dan
held it.
Scott, I think it was Dan Scott.
He absolutely held it there as well. Great job from him.
He stopped selling Sit It Bang. So.
Was it, that may have been actually a Scudiera. Was that a Scudiera Ferrari with Timon Subic?
Might have been.
In behind Dolly Day?
Yeah, maybe. But
maybe.
I'm not seeing Ollie Day. I'm seeing a Dan Scott off, not Ollie Day off. But we can take a look in a moment.
Okay, we'll have a look, because Dan Scott is all the way down in 21st place at this
Yeah, you
moment
might
in
be
time.
right. So that might be something different, but maybe maybe he didn't detect that off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Santiago has just DNF'd.
Yeah, Dan Court, DNF there as well. He's clearly had some dramas, but I got a funny feeling this is going to be a regular thing here. Let's have a prediction. Are we going to get above 25 or below 25 drivers finishing this race? Let me know in YouTube chat.
Well, I'm going below.
25?
I'm going below 25 because I think we've already hit that number on shorter races before. So,
Yeah.
it's just a power slide out there. Oof.
Yeah, Magnus Dahlgren and Dan Herlock still continuing to fight. Below or above 25 drivers, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a funny feeling that jump may wreck a few springs a little bit later on in this race, because they are coming down hard on that road at the other side of that jump. So there's going to be a few people who will be having issues, I'm sure, at some point. But Dahlgren and Herlock, Dahlgren now, you can see they're trying to have a go. They're not going to be able to get through. It's Dahlgren on Gutierrez in front of this battle here with Herlock. He's trying to have a little bit of a ding-dong. Then we've got Gutierrez is having a go at Benica. Then almost two side by side going into Arnage. It is led by the Ferrari boys there as well, out in front currently at this moment in time. The Scudiera Brigitte Bardot Ferraris of Benica and also Smeraldi is leading this pack there, with Gutierrez in behind, Dahlgren in behind that, and Danny Herlock finishing it off. Timon Subic there before we get down to Ollie Day just in the background. These Ferraris though, they don't want to be taking each other out.
No, they don't, because they've already done that once. So don't want to see a repeat of that, do we?
No, definitely not. I don't want to see a repeat of that whatsoever, to be blatantly honest with you, because last time it just about barely made it, and it could be completely different this time around. So let's make sure that they try and stay away from each other, Smeraldi and Benica. The problem is they're both very I'm trying to think. I'm trying to be politically correct, but really I probably shouldn't. They're very aggressive in their driving standards, shall we say. There was a bit of a wiggle there as well from one of the other Ferraris coming out behind them, which was, I believe, Magnus Dahlgren in all of that. So
in terms of Timon Subic.
Subic from Emmy Racing there as well. But yeah, 2 hours and 5 minutes to go here, Paul, and 2 DNFs already.
Yeah, but like we say, I think it's quite a high attrition track anyway at the best of times, isn't it? And I think the time where we will probably get a few more is when we hit the nighttime phase of the race, which has already been touched on in chat about the headlight situation. So yeah. here's the thing. I think I've worked out why Dan Scott is struggling. I'm showing him on wet tyres.
Yes, I've got him on wet tyres as well.
That might be why that car is struggling somewhat.
I would probably say, don't be on wet tyres.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah. So I don't know what's happened there then for Dan Scott and how that has transpired. But,
Yeah, because he should be in the midfield, but at the moment he's behind Cargelati, Smith,
well,
and Schultz.
he's had a few offs, which would explain, you know, when you're on the wrong tyre, that's going to happen.
Yeah, because he's there in the background. But Bonica, Herlock still going at each other again. On that run, over the jump they go once more, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sound effects from Paul Glover. I don't know if you heard that at home, or did he mute his mic just quickly?
No, I didn't mute it. No, that was for the audience. Yeah.
Oh, nice. As you can see these drivers having a little bit
This
of
is
a
a
battle
gaggle.
here
I
as
think
well.
I think I would call this a gaggle of cars.
I agree. I think you are right. The situation is, though, is who's going to come out on top of this gaggle with Gutierrez, Dahlgren, Suvic, Herlock, Bonica, and Kirsten just about hanging on there. Who's going to come out on top of all of this, though, Paul? Because if these guys carry on following each other, without listening on board, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Oh! There's little wiggles here and there, aren't they? Some of them are really struggling to kind of keep these cars under control as they go side by side. That's tight. That's tight.
Yeah, that is Smeraldi and Dahlgren, I believe, going side by side there. It's actually a Mustang, isn't it? I think that's in that mix. It could be Bradley Sellers. No, it's not Sellers. It's Smeraldi, Dahlgren with Suvic. Those guys still going side by side in through the curves they go. And at the moment, it's going to be a continual fight. I think with these two, I'm not going to moan about this. I'm just obviously with the way the engine sort of management needs to be, Paul. How are they going to cope with that?
Don't know. And I've just taken a look at Subic because he's power sliding around corners. And you know, I'm just thinking, well, surely you've got to look after these tyres as well. I mean, that's the thing we didn't really speak about with Ross is we should get him in here while he's driving. Hey Ross, how many pit stops are you expecting people to make?
Well, they had 3, didn't they? But it's whether or not they'll be going for tyres over each one. I suppose on that one.
I mean, but the way that they're treating them, surely they can't survive.
Well, you wouldn't have thought so over the whole 2.4 hours because it's going to be.
No, of course over the whole race. But I'm just thinking about like what are they going to be like at the end of the first stint?
Well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work out, but they're going to have to try and treat them nicely to a degree. If you think about it realistically, though, there is corners at here, but there is that Rouge run down the Mulsanne, and then it's a right, and then it's the run down into the Appalachians. It's not a full left, right, as if we were at Silverstone, you know what I mean, or somewhere like that. It is a little bit more gentle on the corners and the way that they turn and stuff like that. So they might be all right. I'm not saying they won't have to take tyres because I'm pretty sure they do or will. But I'm just saying it might not be as hard as probably me and you are thinking.
So I can tell you this: Dan Scott went into the pits. He's now on softs.
Yes, I can tell you that as well.
He had a bit of an adventure on the way into the pits.
Oh God, we're going to see this adventure.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you can see the cars really
just wiggling all over the place. Oh dear.
He managed.
Picked up a cone.
Come with me.
Yeah. Picked up a cone for a date into pit lane.
So but he's sorted that out, but he's now a lap down because of that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to know what really occurred there. Oh, it's
selected the wrong tyres.
Well, yeah, but why? And I think that's Dan Scott being lapped.
Yeah, it is.
Just in vision. So
yeah, it is Dan Scott being lapped there as well. Smeraldi, Dahlgren and Suvic still continue to fight in behind that as well. Gutierrez and Bonica. still scrapping away once more. These guys still having this fight for the next 2 hours, I'm sure. Let's see what's going on further down. Schultz and
So
Smith
we've got
still
Schultz and
battling
Smith,
out.
yeah,
But they've
battling
lost
out.
the lead to Karjan Lati.
Yes.
There as well, Karjan
Yeah.
Lati out in front, so I don't know if they've had some dramas between them. But
He's
it is
been,
a free...
Karjalachi's been in the lead for a little while now.
Okay. I don't know where I went, but I clearly went somewhere because I thought that it was the Smith battle that was leading. But never mind, ladies and gentlemen, here as well. As these guys continue side by side. It's now going to be these two BMWs going at it here once more. They swap places again. Smith this time taking it out from Schultz. Schultz tucks in behind him. Karjan Lati, 2.6 seconds. There he is there just in the bottom of your picture. Running down this Mulsanne. Again, it's going to be a long run. They've got to not think about what they're going to have for dinner or what they're thinking about for shopping or what the missus is thinking about getting them to do with their drill after the race. I don't know. On the handiwork list, let's all face it, if you're married, you always get a list of stuff to do. So let's see what goes on here. Over the jumps they go. Side by side now coming down into Mulsanne corner. It's going to be Smith who's going to lead the way, but Schultz isn't going to be far from it. Karjan Lati down to 2.2 out in front at the moment. But this is a nice little ding-dong battle happening down as well. We've got Adrian Rice and Ross Smith battling away. Gilles Lalonde and Mike Bell are also fighting it out as well. Becky Ely Clark and Matt Wright are just in the back of your picture there as well, with JT Tammy tucked in behind him. We've lost Santiago Dancourt and Maximilian Petravki. We've seen Max's in YouTube chat, so there we go. But these two guys, I think this is going to be a battle for ages. But are they playing it smartly where they're swapping backwards and forwards?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't really know, James, to be honest with you.
I think the smarter the better, though, isn't it? They've got to sit back and
well,
say.
they got to work. They've got to be. It's got to be a little bit. I know they're not in the same team, but I think they've got to work together ever so slightly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Woods De Bruyn is cruising out 6.5 second lead.
Yeah, Vuta can take it a little bit easy there. I'm sure he probably won't, but he can do, as he's 6.7 seconds out in front. However, Sellers and Smeraldi are not that far away from each other as these guys continue to go at it again here as well. This is going to be, this feels to me like it's going to be very, very interesting who's going to get the run on the final lap. Could possibly take the win. It's almost got this NASCAR-esque race about it. But they go around in circles for 100 laps, and then it's lap 101 with the race finishing on 102 that becomes quite interesting. I'm wondering if this is going to kind of go the same way.
Possibly, but then that's all part of endurance racing, isn't it? Whee! It's all part of endurance racing, isn't it? You know, you don't quite know how the story is going to unfold,
No,
and you do get moments of lulls because you have to put strategy into it, and I'm sure some of these drivers will know what fuel marker they need to be hitting.
Absolutely, they've got to make sure they can get that right, at least here.
Ross Smith's in the pits.
Smith is in pit lane.
That seems quite early.
Yeah, they've only been going for 20 minutes. I would have thought that would be a little bit early for Ross to be in pit lane, unless he's trying to get something fixed. He's had some drama.
Or maybe
well.
he's taking a little top up now, so he hasn't got to do it towards the end of the race.
Yeah, big side.
Could well be reversing the strategy or something.
Yeah. Maybe he's just trying something a little bit different.
Yeah.
As Smeraldi was also sliding that machine around the corner there once more. So Alexandre Smeraldi is going to have to be really, really careful with tyres. Ross Smith comes out of pit lane, gets on his bike again, and Smeraldi and Sellers are now going at it as well. Dahlgren's been a little bit dropped off, but he's got his own troubles with Timon Subic. Smeraldi's going to try and go side by side here through the curves. I don't think that's a good idea whatsoever. It will end up causing drama, I'm sure. Now through the left-hander again, now coming into the right once more through the bottom part of the Corvette curve of Maison Blanche. It's going to be the run down into the fourth chicane for these guys. Smarody is looking very, very, very aggressive in behind it. Dahlgren's off the side of the circuit as well. He's coming back on right into the middle of the traffic. Smaraldi's going to have a go at Sellers, is he? He looks like he wants to have a go. He's not going to get a go, but I can tell you, Dahlgren and Suvik almost had a go at Dahlgren there, especially with the fact that Dahlgren was off the track.
Yeah, and as I've just been keeping an eye on our one and only Ross Smith, and he had a little bit of an adventure as we go to a replay.
Oh dear.
Guessing tyres not quite up to temperature. He manages to keep it. Look, catches it.
Oh.
Yeah, catches that. So
you know, he'll be sat in a car going, I hope you caught that, Paul.
Well, maybe. He
will be.
He might be. For some reason, I'm still not getting sound on that source. Thought I fixed it. So there we go.
Well, technical issues on the live broadcast. What a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. There as well. De Bruin, Sellers, Moroni, Dahlgren, Suvik, Gutierrez, your top 6 in the SP GR5s. GR5, Ams, Chen, Angelides, Carmen, Uyan, and Rice. Under U2L GR5s, it's Kajulati, Schultz, Smith, Edie Clark, and Tammy. They're not very far apart either, Edie Clark, Tammy, and Wright still. And of course, the GR5 AMs at the bottom there. Peter Miles still leading the way. He's just got to get that car to the end of this race. Do you know, I imagine that this race, as we go into Nightfall, Paul, it could be very, very boring if you're driving around on your own.
Yeah, I mean, again, endurance racing can be a little bit about that, and it's about trying to keep your attention span up, which we touched on earlier on, as we take a look at Smaraldi on the back of Sellers. So yeah, it's important to keep yourself kind of focused, and it's not always easy to do that, because in your mind starts thinking, oh, what have I got for dinner later? Oh,
I've got a roast chicken.
Yeah, or you know, some other kind of thoughts sort of creep into your head, and before you know it, you've missed your breaking point.
Yeah, I've done that before. I'm not going to lie, this is why I don't do endurance events. I get bored. I literally get bored. My son come in the other day, and bless him, he was all excited. Dad, I've got the new season of the WEC signed up, as these guys are going side by side here. We'll just let this play out. I'll give you my little bit of a story once again. But Sellers and Smaraldi run it side by side. Them lights are rubbish, I'm not going to lie. You can barely light up anything there. I think they're more pointing down to the ground than actually doing anything. But Smaraldi, after doing a lot of that around every corner of Indianapolis, has finally managed to clear Bradley Sellers. The Mustangs were going to be strong. Wouter de Bruin making it strong out in front, but the Ferraris also keeping him honest there as well. So he comes in, he goes, Dad, I got a subscription to WEC. I said, oh yeah, for the season. He said, yeah. He said, I said, how much was that? He was like 50 quid, and it includes some Asia series and some other series as well.
Yeah.
And he went, do you want to sit down and watch it for me? I went, son, I must stick needles in my eyeballs.
For him or with him? You said for him.
With him. Sit down and watch it with him. I just cannot sit there. I don't watch Le Mans 24 hours because I just cannot. I can't.
I dip in and out of it, the racing, because it is so long. I'll watch the start and certain bits, and I'll try and be there for the finish. For the 24-hour Le Mans, yeah, do you know what? I can sometimes sit there and watch it for a couple of hours, and maybe even longer, really? And then I'll go to bed. I won't watch anything during the night. You know, go and do what I need to do in Sunday morning, and then be back for the finish.
Oh no, I can't do it. I just cannot do it at all. It just doesn't. It's not the kind of motorsport I'd sit back and watch loads of. However, you know, if they did an endurance race in touring cars, I'd sit and watch that, because that would be quite calamitous at times. So there we go. Dahlgren in here as well. He's got Suvik tucked in right behind him at this moment in time. So a great look at these guys still continuing to fight it out. You're not missing anything a little bit further back either. The SP2 U2Ls.
Matt Wright on the back of JT Tammy.
Yeah, and these guys continue with Ely Clark somewhere there in the background. Down over the jump, they go down into Mulsanne corner as well. I think this is what they got to do with these headlights, Paul. Sit in a group, because you might actually get a chance to see anything.
Well, I think, that's not kind of what Ross was saying, was it?
But surely that's the only way, because go on board. Can we go in the cockpit and have a look on, say, the guy in the front, right? let's clear these, because obviously we want to see what the guy in the front, who's in front of this one. Who are we on board with at the moment? Becky
We're
Clark,
on board with
Matt
Becky
Wright.
Clark.
I want JT Tammy.
Hold on.
Let's jump on board with JT in his cockpit if we can.
Hold on, because the game doesn't make life easy.
No, it doesn't. See, that's from the nose, isn't it? But what about the cockpit cam?
Hold on.
There we go. So I suppose to a degree they can see something, but not an immense amount, is it? It's like a, what is it, a 40-yard, maybe a headlight beam?
Maybe,
that.
but it doesn't look as dark as I was expecting it to look.
No, I think the way it was brought up and the way it was anticipated, I think it was going to be a little bit of a shorter distance, like they could barely see like in front of their nose almost. But they've got a little bit of view. They can see just the tail lights of the guy in front, so they know where the track goes to a degree. But they are right. It's not great. It isn't great, but it isn't as terrible as I'm.
It's also realistic for the times as well. As I just want to point out, Smaraldi's taken 3 seconds out of Woods de Bruyn's lead.
He's absolutely flying at the moment. I did wonder whether or not Woods de Bruyn though maybe settling down just a little bit.
Maybe, yeah, potentially trying to save some fuel.
Because he has, he's.
Mike Bell's had a big impact.
Ooh, DNF'd. Mike Bell has DNF'd. We're going to have a look at that now. Oh, big wiggle, big wiggle. Oh, we're in through Tetra Rouge S's. Oh, dearie me. Spin, baby.
Yeah, that's a big hit, that.
Yeah, absolutely there for Mike Bell. Massive hit for him. And you can see once more just how much damage there for Mike Bell. It's terminal, and he has DNF out of this race. So Mike Bell is another one, unfortunately, who has also DNF'd out of the race. That's 4 down with Dan Scott, Dan Court and Pat Petrafsky. Scott's DNF'd as well. So yeah, we've lost 4 already. We're down to 28 drivers. That's going to give us the under 25 car race finish. I believe that we are all going to be anticipating here, Paul. I think we're going to end up with under 25 cars.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're heading that way.
I do agree as well. So there will be a moment, ladies and gentlemen, with about maybe 90 minutes to go, that me and Paul will grab a break for a couple of minutes. I've just put that in now. I haven't told Paul. Apologies to the fact that there is 2 of us up here. We will need to get a drink at some point here as well. Unlike Paul, I am not prepped up in advance, which is rubbish of me. And I will need to just go and get a drink. You know, let's be real. Drink at a toilet stop. As Cargelati and Smith still going at each other once again. Schultz is now out in front by 8 seconds.
Yeah, how has that happened?
He ain't pit stops, mate.
No.
Can't be pit stops, it'd be a lot further out than that.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. It looks like I might have missed something.
Okay, we're going to go and have a look back and see what we can find out, ladies and gentlemen. But
yeah.
Schultz and Smith and Cargelati.
Cargelati's had a moment on the start-finish line, so yeah.
Let's have a look. Here we go.
Again, I don't know
just before nightfall.
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't unmute this source. It's really annoying me.
Through the corners he goes. Curb. Wall. And then, wow. That has got to be the most weirdest thing I've seen.
It's quite an impact, that.
Yeah, but he was driving at the tyre barrier coming out the corner entry, which was very, very weird. Very weird there from Ollie Cargelati. And sort of unprecedented, really, in general, when you think about it, because the driver is normally a lot better than that one. Maybe Ollie was thinking about what he wanted for dinner at that moment in time, and then he drove into the tyre barrier coming through the final chicane there as well. Fastest lap at the moment, 3:34.033 for Alessandro Smeraldi. We said he's going after Wouter de Bruyn, and he is going after Wouter de Bruyn at a rapid rate of knots. 1.9 seconds now is Smeraldi away from de Bruyn. I think de Bruyn is chilling out and having a little bit of a relaxation, but he might up the wick a little bit later on as we go with an hour and 45 minutes on the clock. Dan Hurlock, Nick Kirsten's also scrapping away still out here as well. There's been a couple of battles that haven't really been battles. They've been kind of following each other, haven't they? They haven't really made a move a couple of times.
Yeah, I think there's probably a little bit of a strategy, no?
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? Follow my leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do anything that you don't need to do, and if you can use the car in front to save fuel, then you might as well, as best as you possibly can. That Kirsten's car does look pretty beat up on the nose. Now, whether or not that was the light reflecting off at the wrong place, but it did look a little bit bashed in. But then again, it is dark, so it might be the fact I'm just imagining it as well, because your mind does play tricks on you in the dark, ladies and gentlemen. So don't worry, the monsters in your cupboard are not real, just to let you know. Moving forward, 1 hour 44 left to go. De Bruin out in front, but he's got Smeraldi closing in. Kirsten takes a little bit of a wiggle. Sellers and Suvic, Dahlgren and Gutierrez, then Chen, Angelidis, Carmen, Uyan, Rice and Concaves, Schultz, Smith, Tammy, Cargelati, Wright and Edie Clark. Cargelati dropping down the order. Heck of a lot here as well. That damage on that BMW looking very, very serious, and Peter Meyer leading the way a little bit further down, as you can see in the AMS. So a great fight for the GR5 AMS. Peter Meyer out in front, taking the win. All he's got to do is finish the race, Paul.
Yeah, and Smeraldi then really making some gains on Woods de Bruin. Like you say, could be fuel saving. He's bringing Bradley Sellers and Timon Subic with him as well. So that gap has come down exponentially.
Absolutely.
In the last few minutes. Now under a second.
Yep. This guy's going to be nose to tail very, very shortly. There is De Bruin on your screen. Smeraldi's going to use that car in front for the draft. You can see him just tucked straight in there, not wasting an ounce of the draft as much as he can. Now on his bike again. Scudiera, Brigitte Bardot with the Retro Monsters in front of him. Who's going to come out in top, down in the bottom right corner? I believe that's Edie Clark. Yeah, JT Tammy, right battle, still presuming and still happening there. But Wouter de Bruin is going to be under pressure, and he's going to be under pressure very, very quickly, because here comes Alessandro Smeraldi closing in on him here as well. Poor old Wouter was nice and comfortable, 6.5 seconds.
That's opening
Not
up.
comfortable now. Yeah, why is it going the other way?
I don't know.
Do you know what I think we need to do, Paul? I think me and you need to get steering wheels. Have you got a steering wheel?
Yes, James.
Okay, then we need to get in the cars, don't we? We need to go for a drive around Le Mans.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
We'll get that sorted out. And because it might be easier to sort of relive what's going on in the car here, because these gaps go in and out like anybody's business. And I do wonder whether or not it's because at certain points they're lifting and coasting and fuel saving and things like that. I think we need to take a trip in a car and find out which what is actually happening. I do like the look of the Ferrari, so I might go with that one. You know what I mean?
Right. Adrian Rice has had a moment.
Okay. Here is Adrian Rice's moment. Completely misses Mulsanne. And unfortunately goes off at the side. Oh, there's another one in behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a Mustang.
I don't know who that was. It's not been detected, so yeah.
Well, we've got yellow in sector 3. Smeraldi now coming after
It's Alan Smith.
He's
He's just getting himself going. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Mike Bell was DNF'd. Daniel Scott, Santiago Dankart, Maximilian Petravki. There's 4 DNFs so far, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour 41 minutes to go here. Here is that replay. Oh, Smith on the grot. Can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's spin me right round, baby. Going round, doesn't it? There from Alan Smith.
He's got a little bit Kylie, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah, he definitely has. But he's now got to sit back and just watch everybody go past him, which absolutely sucks. So there we go. But Smeraldi now 8 tenths back behind Wouter de Bruin. These guys coming into the final couple of chicanes here as well. Through the left, through the right of Ford. Then it's going to be a left-right again. You see Smeraldi takes a lot more curb than the in the Ferrari, than the Mustang does out in front. But now it's going to be the run-up through Dunlop. The long looping right-hander here from Alessandro Smeraldi's got time to close all the way in. You can see in the background there is another Mustang tucked in behind him. That is Bradley Sellers, also trying to join the party. I do wonder whether or not, no, he wouldn't. Sellers and Vu are working together. Would he have slowed down really to bring a teammate along with him?
I honestly don't know, do you? We're not them. It's
But would you? Would you wait for me?
no,
Why?
because I want to win the race.
See, I thought you would have done. Help me out. You know, it's all about a team, isn't it?
Yeah, to a point. But what benefit is this going to bring to you? Because you haven't got a slipstream. So what's in it for you?
Well, because then we could drive around together. I'd get lonely on them on this time.
Okay.
It's dark.
The gaps are spread out a little bit in the other two classes, haven't
There's
they?
a fry. Was that smoke or was that just the way the screen looked? That looked very bizarre.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that was very, very bizarre. It doesn't look like everybody's gone puff. There might have been a cloud reflecting in the light there as well. So
But down the straights, this is where Wood de Bruyne is able to open up a gap.
Yeah, but that's the power of the Mustang, isn't it? I think that's
Yeah.
the problem. You know what I mean? The power of the Mustang is got them keeping ahead.
Straight away. Oh, Smalldy's off.
Yes, there he is at the bottom. Oh, his team. That's Timon Suvic. Also is off. There's Timon recovering on the right-hand side. So Timon is also off as well. There was a sliding car come around the corner. Great looking picture there as you saw that car come spinning around the side of the corner there. But that was a bit of drama for Timon Suvic and Alessandro Smeraldi. That's going to give Wout de Bruyne about 3.1 seconds on the nose of him. There you go. Don't rush it back in. There's Timon Suvic. I don't know if they were sympathy spinning with each other at that moment.
Yeah, I think
But
that
these
often
guys-
happens, doesn't it?
The sympathy spins when you see somebody else, you go stamp the brakes, and then before you know it, you
Now
are in trouble.
they can work together.
Yes, exactly. They can work together as well, but
So
he's not in the same team as Subic, though, is he?
no, I'm talking about Sellers and Wood de Bruyne.
Oh yes, yes, I agree. They
That's
can
it.
work together now.
Get on the program. Come on.
I am on the program. Only one U2O am. Yes, Maddie Overton. Only one 2O am. That's poor old Peter Meyer. Where are you? Why aren't you here? You could have had racking up some amazing points here as well, Maddie. You know what I mean? Peter Meyer is going to have an absolutely field day there as well, because he's not even scored points this season. I can't even see him on the championship table, to be honest. So he's going to bounce himself right up into 5th at the moment.
Yeah. Take
for Peter Meyer.
advantage.
Absolutely, but he is he in the mix, or is he driving around on his Todd? Because if he's driving around on his Todd, it would be a little bit of a shame, because I wouldn't want to be driving around on my own. It's a long time. Yeah, just driving around on your Todd. 1 hour 36 minutes ago, Robert Molin's got Ollie Day tucked it in and behind him. This is battled down in 10th and 11th place. Joey Chen in behind that with Angelidis, Carmen Uyan, Rice Concalves, Smith. All that big talk about him and Concalves, you know, I wouldn't be appeased to if things happened. Well, they ain't anywhere near them at the moment in time. They're 94 seconds, which is about 1 minute and 30 there for anybody who can't do the translation, away from Jerry Chen. I know I'm in New York with Sun. Oh, I know somebody else is going to New York, Maddie. How long are you out there for? Let me know.
Right.
It's gone off the side of the circuit, straight into the tyre barrier for poor old Adrian Rice. Now, is he locked in the tyre barrier, or did he get up and going again there, Paul? Because it did look like he was kind of cemented in the tyre barrier.
Good question, James. He did get going again.
He got going in, good. Gutted to miss the race, but that's like, Matty, between racing on RF2 and being in New York, depending on, you know, where your loyalties lie, I'd rather be in New York. Chen and Angelidis in pit lane. That's going to release Carmen out in front. He's in there till Monday. Oh, sad times. So Paul, you could have met up with Matty Overton.
I could have done, couldn't I?
You could have done, but he'll be go home by the time you get there. So, never mind. Anybody in New York will take a pot shot at Paul Glover. He is in New York.
That's Matt Wright, by the way, having a bit of a moment.
Yeah, Matty Wright has gone round in the chicane at the end of the lap, unfortunately for him. And has lost contact with Ely Clark and JT Tammy. Carmen Uyan out in front and Bryson Calves in the middle class, the GR5 AMS. So, yeah, Bruno Sellers down on 1.9 seconds. Getting a little bit more spread out. But Dan Herlock and Robert Molin are not. They're literally half a second apart at the moment here, Paul. Is it about surviving the night, do you think?
Yes. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. You need to survive this period. But then I think that's about the whole race as well, as we touched on at the start. I mean, I find it quite surprising Dan Herlock's down in P9. Just looking, I mean, we know Ross stopped, but no one else as of yet of note. Everyone else has stopped, like Dan Scott's DNF. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to see when you start to see the main bulk of hits come into play. But yeah, it's all about survival. Oh, George is in, Adrian Rice is in, Jerry Chen is in.
Yeah.
There you go.
That side. I did mention that a minute ago, Paul.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, yeah, well, you know, I'm focusing on many things, so that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
See, always the same, isn't it, eh? Always the thing.
What's that?
Same. Well, you get to have an excuse, and I get to get something to get on the program.
Yeah, because you are a commentator. That is your job. I'm keeping an eye on replays and other things. Adrian Rice just DNF'd.
He did. Absolutely, but he did go into pit lane before he DNF'd. So
here they come, Dahlgren, Smaroldi.
Yeah, all in pit lane together. With an hour and 33 to go. So they've lasted nearly 50 minutes. Nearly 50 minutes here.
So Panika goes.
Still in.
Panika's in.
Come on. Yeah, all of that top six are in.
Subic, what's Herlock doing? He's going round again. So yeah, so this is what Herlock does. He sits back and then he goes, haha guys, I'm gonna extend by a lap or two.
Yes. And it's done a runner.
And everyone's like, oh, damn you pesky Daniel Herlock.
Robert Molin has also extended another lap as well. So there you go. Angelidis, is he out of pit lane with Jerry Chen? I think he might be out of pit lane at the moment. Herlock there needs to be a little bit smarter with that car because he just nearly slid that sideways up through the Tetra Rouge S's. Now in through Tetra Rouge itself, the main corner before they go down the Mulsanne once more. And Dan Herlock in the BMW M1 and Robert Molin in the Ford Sac Speed Mustang have extended their pit cycles by a lap and a half. This is Smith Cargelati fighting it out here as well.
These guys having a great on it, is he?
No, he hit it, didn't he? Come flying off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he's I think he's just literally driving around with some massive airflow at the moment. So, great job, though. There's been some dramas up front because Herlock has lost the lead to Molin.
Oh.
So, I think Herlock may have had some issues. We saw him going sideways through Tetra Rouge S's. Now, did he end up causing himself some mass drama after that one? But yeah, Robert Molin now out in front. Dan Herlock in second place has not done himself any favours whatsoever. So there must have been something that's happened just after Tetra Rouge or down the Mulsanne, or whether or not the Mustang has just outpowered the BMW. And that was what the issue is. Big flash of the lights up front there from Robert Molin. You can see as he's trying to get through the back marker. And
yeah, it was the difference in straight line speed. So,
got the job done. De Bruin, Kirsten pit lane, Carmen in pit lane. Is George out of the pits, do we know?
Yeah, he is, yes.
Cool, let's give the overlay a kick because it's still flashing. He's in the pit lane for 4.5 minutes. So give that a bit of a boot for you there as well. Pull 650p in the meter. And the overlay resets itself. So there we go. Angelidis and Chen both out on track. Smith and Concalves, Carmen and Uyan. in pit lane. Stolgren and Kirsten in pit lane as well. None of the GR5s have been in yet. They're at the bottom in the BMW. Schultz and Smith and Carginati. But Ruta de Bruin has got himself in 3rd place. Surely Molin and Herlock should be going into pit lane this time around, I would have thought.
You would have thought, and it depends how long they've been able to extend for. So Woods de Bruin is back out of the pit, so when Molin and Herlock pit, he will take over the lead of the race once more. And with Sellers in P2, Dorgan in P3, Gutierrez in P4. So Benica, Samaroldi's lost out there in that phase because he'll be down in P6 following those pit stops.
Yes. Poor old Smaroldi. Doing so well in the opening sectors, but we do think there's going to be one more. They lasted 50 minutes, so it's only going to be 2 stops.
This is Smaroldi though. He doesn't have clean races, does he?
No, he's a maverick.
Yes. Let's see if these guys pit. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And yes.
Yes, they do, ladies and gentlemen. Into pit lane these guys go. And that's Carmen Uyan in pit lane as Molin and Herlock also in pit lane. So great job from them. Extended it a lap, but they've now got to sit and wait here for a very, very long time for these pit lanes. De Bruin 100 seconds in behind them. So De Bruin should, theory, be leading the race after these pit stop cycles still.
Yeah, so we're looking at anywhere between 156 seconds to 169 seconds for pit stops. But from what the information I can see in front of me. So Woods de Bruin was 156 seconds in total.
Nice.
Stationary for 141. So
absolutely. Well, there you go. This is going to be a long time. Where will Molin and Herlock be, though?
That's interesting because he's 97 seconds behind them at the moment. So, yeah.
Do you think this is going to be close then?
Potentially.
This guy's still in pit lane. Has Molin started his pit stop yet? Because his count's not going up, which is a little bit worrying.
No, he has. Yeah, it's 65 seconds for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's just the great overlay that we have in R Factor 2.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get see now that I've refreshed it, they just now say all pit because it loses the time. That's madness. So yeah.
But we might hopefully if somebody I know is building an overlay, Paul, and it might be able to get it. We're working with RF2. We might have some fancy fandangle things.
Yeah, it might. There's a lot of work still to be done on the LMU side though first. So.
Absolutely right. As we keep an eye on Ruta de Bruin here, we're trying to see whether or not he's going to come out at the same whereabouts these guys are going to be in conjunction with De Bruin. De Bruin is coming into the final parts of the curves now into Ford chicane.
Yeah, he's going to clear them easily. The time can't be right on the on what I'm watching. So
yeah, past he goes. Ruta de Bruin out into the lead. Yeah. No, they're on their way, I think. Just out there, bottom picture. You just see Schultz has got in. Carginati's been in as well. That's the BMWs coming out. But you see Molin and Herlock just kind of sat there at the moment, still waiting for their stops to finish.
That hasn't really made the difference that I was expecting, but that might come into play later in the race. Because if there's going to be, what did you say? You think it could be 2 stops or 3?
Yeah, no, 2 stops, 50 minutes.
So that will mean they'll be able to do a shorter second stop.
Maybe. It might come to fruition after.
If they've saved 1 lap of fuel in this stint, they'll save another lap of fuel, so there'll be 2 laps fast, so shorter requirement on their pit stop.
Yes, that's the idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes. Yeah.
So that should bring them
when they'll come into play if they can stay within, time. That will allow that to happen. So Dan Herlock out in P9, Rory Monin out in P11. So Dan Herlock was in P8, I think, before the pit stops.
They haven't really gained much.
No, but they won't do here. Like I say, it's the long
No.
play, isn't it? It's the long
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, absolutely. Hour and 25 minutes left. Rice there as well in YouTube chat. Adrian Rice, not a great race for me, and now a pedal failure, he says. So unfortunately lost another one. Ben Borman. Oh, I thought that flashed up DNF, but it didn't. He's still out on the racetrack. Concava's in pit lane, Smith's in pit lane, Wright's in pit lane there. And it is Ross Smith leading the way at this moment in time in that class for the SP GR5 AMS. Ross Smith out in front. Herlock and Kirsten's going side by side now, though, on the run down the Mulsanne. They go over through the kink on the right. It's the jumps up there, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. They're going to go up over the jump side by side here. Just going to briefly see them. Over they go there. Another lovely sound effect from Mr. Paul Glover. If anybody can clip that and make it into a soundboard, that would be great. And get it in the Discord, and we'll be able to play it every time we come to Le Mans. That would be absolutely awesome. But yeah, them two still going at it. Once again, Kirstens and Herlock. Oh, where are you coming from? That was not good. I think that may have been Ollie Day taking a trip off at Mulsanne corner. Not doing it in the most conventional way there, Paul Weaver.
No. Just like to point out, because even though Ross Smith took that early pit stop, he's leading the AM class. The T liters.
Yeah.
So, but of course, he's out of sync with everybody else, and Jerry Chen's around about 6 seconds behind him at the moment.
Yeah, so Ross is there on credit, on merit, I should say then. On a great early pit stop strategy.
Maybe, but again, like I was saying, like, the problem is with that strategy, well, is that he's taking the advantage now rather than later, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. If indeed that's what he was doing, he might have had a technical issue. We're not, but I'm taking a guess that that's what he's doing. And also sometimes going against the strategy means you've got no one else in the pits.
Agreed.
Because we saw that last time, didn't we? Last time out. I can't remember who had to wait for their pit box to become free. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. And they sat there for ages.
Yes. And I think that might have been Herlock.
I agree. I think it may have been Herlock on that one because he was sat alongside one of the BMWs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So he lost out badly.
Absolutely. And that wasn't good. So, yeah, I remember that. I do remember that as well. So, hopefully, that's played into Mr. Ross Smith's advantage here as well. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just...
So yeah, so Magnus Dahlgren then over the back of Bradley Sellers. He's going to pull out to the right hand side. Get that Ferrari powering past. No, it hasn't quite got the speed of the Ford, but kind of know that about the Ford. It's got the straight line speed against all the other cars. But he's pulled back into the slipstream once more. Is he going to have a look as we come down to the end of the straight? No, I think he's being sensible, playing the long game.
Yeah, Magnus Dahlgren and Bradley Sellers still going at it there as well, coming up to the jump. Why am I laughing? Well, you're probably going to hear it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm over to go. No sound effect this time around there from Mr. Glover. But breaking into the final hour 20, we've got Bradley Sellers and Magnus Dahlgren out on track close together. Nicholas Kirstens and Dan Herlock are not very far apart either. That is really about as much as it's getting. Everybody else is a little bit further spread out. JT Tammy and Becky Ely-Clermont going in pit lane.
Pits, yeah.
Yeah. So that should release Alexander Schultz, Wright and Smith again to take the lead in that class, I think, as well. Should allow him to retake the lead there from these guys. It's Kirstens and Herlock going past one of the back markers. Herlock's got to make sure he gets through, otherwise Kirsten could be on a run as Kirsten slides that Ferrari 512 through the right-hander of Mulsanne. Gets a great looking shot there as well, Paul. That was an excellent little shot of him sliding that car around that corner.
Yeah, see that a lot from these 1980s cars, don't we? not necessarily the most effective way to get around a corner. I'm also suspecting, James, but just thinking about it, with the times of these pit stops, there were no tyre changes.
No.
Agree with that?
I would have thought so. I'm probably looking at the next one. If they are going to change, they would do it then.
That would probably take what their pit stops over the 2-minute mark, so maybe 3-minute marks, 4 minutes maybe.
I think you might be right. It is a long time, isn't it? I know it's realistically with real life, but it is.
Oh, it's agonising, isn't it, when you've got to sit there and you're waiting and you can see everyone else is catching you or closing up and you're like, oh, just get on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on. You know what I mean? You can't take that long to put on a tyre. But it does. So these guys there just sit there
Smith
and
a
wait.
little looky. He's got Jerry Chen 5.5 seconds back.
Yeah.
Currently leading the M class.
On merit due to an early pit stop as well there for Smith. Whether or not he pulled a master stroke, we're going to find out as the race goes on, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, great move from him. But Sellers and Dahlgren still battling out for second and third.
So
overall.
here's interesting. Tammy's already left the pits. Becky hasn't. I think they went into the pits around about the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. JT Tammy's pit stop was 158 seconds. It was quicker than Schultz's. So he's still ahead of Schultz.
Yep.
Right, staggering 19 seconds, basically.
Yeah. JT Tummy leading the class there. Schultz sitting in second place, right in behind it. Smith's lost a place in that pit lane as well. Alan Smith was battling away with Schultz and Tammy. He's lost a place on that one. I think this is going to be JT Tammy.
I think we need to be careful when we say Smith now, because obviously we've got two of them. We've got Ross and we've got Alan, so I think we need to make sure. Because when you've said something about Smith, I'm like, what's happened to Ross? That's where my mind goes, because I'm not used to, no offence to Alan, I'm only used to Ross. So,
yeah, Alan Smith.
But if they can
Famous
change names,
Arsenal
that'd be
footballer.
great. Just change their names.
Oh, absolutely. Famous Arsenal footballer, wasn't he?
He was, yes. Yeah, he played striker.
Yes.
Does commentary these days.
For Arsenal, yeah, he does. Did have a
Sky
big oar
Sports.
on him.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, he had a massive nose.
Yes, he does have a bit of a big nose on him. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. He does. Does Alan Smith as well. As these guys continue to follow my leader as
Herlock's gone past Kirsten, but Kirsten's right in the rear wing of the BMW.
Tucked in right beneath him, over the jumps they go, side by side. Kirsten retakes the lead over Dan, retakes the position, the 8th place away from Dan Herlock. Herlock is going to be funny. You see, got it wrong. It was Herlock sliding this time.
Yeah, but Kirsten went deep into the corner, so it gave Dan the opportunity, but I think Dan wasn't necessarily expecting that, so I think it put him a little bit out of position. But Kirsten in that Ferrari, I think has got the straight line speed over the BMW.
Yeah, it has. The speed of the BM is well in outweighing that. The speed of the Ferrari, sorry, is well outweighing the BMW. So, yeah, the Ferrari should be able to stay out in front on power of that BM. I'm sure I'm going to have to wait for the light, but I am sure Kirsten's nose, his front end is beaten. Not quite sure what he got himself into. It does look very dented. Is that me or is that?
Yeah, it does look like he's got a bit of dirt on it or something or other.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if that's livery or if that's damage from something. But I don't recall him having any major offs, but that's not to say that it hasn't happened.
Absolutely. As these guys continue to go, breaking into an hour and 16 minutes there as well. Paul, is it that time of the evening where we sit back and take a couple of minutes just to grab a drink and that before we carry on breaking into the final hour?
Yeah, it's the lull, isn't it, at the moment?
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, me and Paul will be back very, very shortly. We're just going to go and grab a drink. We'll leave you with the Ely Clark Smith battle on your screen at this moment in time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hello from the Mulsanne Strait, says Ollie Cargelati in YouTube chat as well, Paul. That's quite impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
What we got?
Dan
replay
Hurlock.
shot
Well,
on.
no, let's just check this out first.
Yeah. Hurlock there, still tucked in behind Kirstens. Down the Mulsanne they go. 1 hour and 10 minutes to go here. These guys have been
Moaning just up the road there, a second ahead. They're catching him by the looks of it.
Now, Robert Molin, good in pit lane. Wonder if this is the struggle of tyres that we spoke about a little bit earlier on here. So
Right,
that could be the issue.
let's check this out. So this is Benica and I think Suvic.
Yes, judging by the livery differences, just. Ooh. Oh no, they're the same livery. That's not Smaraldi and Benica, is it again? No, they're not close together on the track. It could be, but yeah, Benica and Suvic. May have had they've had their own little bit of dramas there. But Dan Hurlock still following the back end of that Ferrari 512. Unfortunately for him, cannot get through at this moment in time. They're catching Robert Molin though, who's got Eduardo Benica in front of him now. Timon Suvic's not far up the road at all. So it's going to be a nice 4-car fight. We'll go into the breaking into the final hour very, very shortly here as well in the next 8 minutes, just under 9 minutes to go, 9 minutes before we break into the final 60 here at Le Mans as well. And these guys are going to be battling a lot of things at this moment in time, Paul. One of them would be tiredness, I would have thought.
Yeah, maybe need a pee. Might need to visit the toilet, or might be feeling a little bit peckish or sweaty wherever they are in the world.
Absolutely.
I have to. I mean, even it's not exactly warm in the UK already, but I'm already having to put a fan on me, otherwise I become a bit of a sweaty.
Oh,
mess.
snap from Dahlgren.
Oh, yeah.
Tap from Sellers there as well, also sent Dahlgren onto the grass. That was up through the Tetra Rouge Esches for Magnus Dahlgren there. Big wiggle, big wiggle. Still wiggling now, managed to get the car settled back down again. But he's going to go onto the Mulsanne once more with a little bit of a wiggle there happening. Rightly Sellers is now going to make that move down as well. The power of that Mustang should outweigh the Ferrari. And it does outweigh the Ferrari. And Dahlgren tucks in behind him once again on that run down the Mulsanne once again. Great that Ollie Cargelati has been able to talk to us in YouTube chat while out on the racetrack. Well impressed with that. Here is the wiggle from Dahlgren. Big snap going into through Tetra Rouge Esches. Then he gets a little bit of a tap from Sellers, who tries to avoid him. Couldn't really manage to get out of the way. They were following each other so close. Don't think that really was on Sellers there. He didn't really have any way to go.
That could have been a lot worse, that.
Oh, mate, he's got a full ball punting him into the wall, couldn't he? Let's be real about it.
Yeah.
There as well. Up over the jump, these guys go once more. The sight of that, I believe it was a Mercedes CLK, lifted up in the air, went up like that, and then caught the wind underneath, and whoosh. It did a good old somersault up into the air there. But yeah, it's been a sight of many moments of airlifting.
What's interesting for me is last time around, Jerry Chen was a second faster than Ross Smith, but overall that gap has gone up rather than down. So I think Ross doing a sterling job keeping Jerry Chen at bay.
This could work in his favour, because he's going to have to go in early again. That should allow him to overthrow them once more on the second pit stop. So it will be a chaser.
Yeah, the only thing we're
not
sure about is because I know that George went in pretty much when everyone was expected to go in. So not sure. I don't think he was doing any kind of fuel saving. Not sure about Chen. So yeah, it could. The timing, because it's such a big circuit around here, you do see that the timing does fluctuate somewhat. The gap between the cars, because Ross is on a different part of the circuit. So it's now come down to it's continuing to drop. Ross is definitely going, because I've got him open on my other screen. But Jerry's now got that gap down to under 3 seconds. So what have I missed? But now it's cropping back up again, so it's now back up to 4. This is the thing with this circuit, is because there are sections where you are at full speed and there are sections where, you're not. So to my point.
Yeah.
They do fluctuate somewhat.
Yeah, coming back into daytime as well. This is going to make it a little bit easier on the drivers. Sellers has dropped back a little bit, but Dahlgren is now coming into traffic again. That blue car there in the front before you can see in front of these guys as well. So, yeah, great run from all of them. That's De Bruin a little bit further up. So it's going to be a three-car fight for the front of the overall lead of this race. There is Magnus Dahlgren, there is Wouter De Bruin, there is Bradley Sellers in the back. It's going to be a battle with all three classes. Chen, Smith could be close together by the end. Tammy out in front through 13.5 seconds over Schultz right at the moment. Smith and Ely Clark and Karjan Lati.
Johnny Gutierrez in fourth position at the moment. That's not something we often see.
No, but he's another one, isn't he? When you sit back and think about it, he's another one that has a very up and down
Yes.
race, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Gutierrez. And we see it a lot in the modern with him. He has an up and down evening of racing. So it's good that he's doing well, but let's hope he can stay there. Should we say that in a nice way for Johnny Gutierrez?
Yeah, Dan Herlock finds himself down in P10.
Yeah, at the moment. He hasn't really advanced from that, though, throughout the race, has he?
No, but again, it could be the fuel saving that's partly to blame here, and then he'll surprise us in the final stint.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep an eye on what Dan Herlock does, and whether or not that's going to be something that's going to happen here.
Yeah, looking at the other classes, there isn't really a great deal going on.
No,
Gaps
there isn't.
are. Do you want to do a mid-session run through?
Well, let's Kirstens and Herlock play out, because they're heading down the Mulsanne tucked behind each other. As soon as they get through Mulsanne corner, we'll do that. As these guys continue to follow the leader. And they have been literally following each other all the way through this race as Herlock and Kirstens, and even really making inroads on anybody in front of them. They've been battling it out for 7th and 8th continuously, or 8th and 9th, I should say, round about that area. They're now battling for 9th and 10th. Herlock just kind of NASCAR bumping Kirstens along here, not really looking to make the move currently at the moment. He doesn't want to really bump him going over the jump. Well, I suppose he could bump him going over the jump. It might help him get some more air than he already probably will do. Here, as we're going to keep an eye on these guys go up, over they go. Oh, the front end of that Ferrari did come up. The BMW stayed pretty flat going into Mulsanne. Let's bring up mid-race results so far.
Oh. Herlock goes a little. Oh, they both have a little bit of a moment. Right, here you go.
Wouter De Bruin is out in front in class with Magnus Dahlgren sitting in behind him with Bradley Sellers, Johnny Gutierrez, Alexandre Smaraldi and Tivon Suvic. Robert Bolin, Eduardo Bedica was battling away at the front, is now down in 8th. And Nick Kirstens and Dan Herlock rounding out the top 10. And then moving on from that is Mr. Oliver Day, Gilles Lalonde and obviously Mike Bell, who is out of the race. That is your 2Ls SP GR5s. Underneath that is Mr. Ross Smith with Jerry Chen leading in 1 and 2, George Angelidis in 3, and Steve Carman and John Uyan, Vinicius Concalves, the last of the runners there. We've lost Adrian Rice, Dan Scott, Santiago Dancourt and Maximilian Petrovsky. Of course,
Adrian Rice's car looks like it's eating the others, doesn't it?
Yes. Moving on, we've got JT Savvy out in front of his class. That's the U2L's SPGR5s. And Alexander Schultz in 2nd. Matty Wright in 3rd. Then Alan Smith, Ely Clark, Karjan Lati, and Ben Borman rounding out the 7.
I wonder who's leading the UTL SPGR5 AMs. Oh.
Peter Meyer. There you go. Peter Meyer leading the way in that class. There we go. But yeah, this is going to be an easy run for Peter Meyer, isn't it? Really, he's just got to keep that race, keep that car on the track. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go before we break into the final 60. And Dan Herlock still tucked in behind Nick Kirstens once again. So they're very much playing follow my leader on that one. Ross Smith and Jerry Chen, please, sir, if you can, because they're down to 0.4 of a second at this moment in time.
Okay.
There you go. There is Jerry.
Quickly, we'll just show you a little replay of Alan Smith having a moment.
Ooh, down into Mulsanne, spin round he goes.
Keeps it out of the tyre barrier though, which is important. So.
Yeah, but here we go now. Jerry Chen's dropped back away. Just as we go on camera with him, he drops back away from Ross. He's now 2.1 seconds ago. Ross is in pit lane.
He's
There's
getting
that
held up
second.
here, isn't he? By,
Yeah, he's not going to make the end. They went 54 minutes. He's got an hour.
oh. Maybe it's a three stop. Yeah, maybe. Interesting.
Because they barely topped out at 55 minutes on the
Yeah.
first stop, and they all ran it long. Dan Hurlock went a lap later, so the 58. So Ross has got to do at least a lap of fuel saving here to make this strategy work for him to get him to the end of this race. But, oh! Wow. Dahlgren there, very, very close to De Bruin. And I do mean very, very close indeed. Coming in behind him now as well. That's at the De Bruin in the Mustang, the Ferrari, and Magnus Dahlgren through now. Oh, he got very close there. I thought they were almost going to make contact. So, almost movements there as well. Dahlgren does manage to clear De Bruin. Good job from him. Got the job done. And now retakes the lead with 0.8 of a gap. Currently, there's Peter Meyer in the background, still leading this class, partly because he's the only one in it. So, yeah, now coming into the curves and the S's for Dahlgren. Can he pull away? That's going to be the question, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, and you just don't know what level we touch on it time and time again. You just don't know what everybody's strategy is. And Dahlgren at the moment seems to be in the phase, right, I want to get past and I want to try and open up a gap, as you quite rightly pointed out, they're catching Peter Meyer, who's doing a sterling job winning his class.
Absolutely. Just keeping the car out on the circuit there for Peter Meyer. He is in the Lotus Esprit as well, so he's really got to be having a little bit of a panic on, just to make sure that
Great looking car, the Lotus Esprit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and he's got to make sure he can keep that engine running. That's the only thing we haven't seen, actually, Paul, to be honest. A lot of engines going quick.
No, we haven't. You know, we talked about it earlier on, and I want to see some puffing engines.
Absolutely. See some smoke coming out the back here as well. But let's hope this don't happen and these guys get to the end, because there's nothing worse than breaking down in the final hour.
It's made me think of Puff the Magic Dragon. That's what we should have got with us, puffing engines.
Absolutely.
That's what we should have done. We've missed a trick there, James.
Well, we can't get it right all the time, Paul.
No, we can't. We can't. No, we can't. But, you know, I hold us to high standards, so...
Oh, thank you. I mean, that hasn't been said to me for a while. On that one. But, listen, these guys doing a great job. They've lasted longer than I would. I would have been in pit lane by now and gone and got me slippers and blanket and gone to sleep, probably. As well, if not, I would have needed the toilet at some point. Lots of spitting dirt up there for Timon Suvic and Alessandro Smeraldi. Yeah, Smeraldi not having a good one now. Down into 5th place, trying to chase Gutierrez. But these guys continue to fight at the moment. And we're still topping north of 320 kmh.
They were slightly slower than Gutierrez last time around. They're all in the 337s. I think Bradley Sellers was in the 336s, but Magnus Dahlgren was in the 335s. Much the quicker driver last time around.
Absolutely. Well, 320 kilometres an hour is about 198.8 miles an hour that these guys are going here. It seems literally insane for some of these. Because I don't even know if they do that now, do they?
I couldn't, honestly, James, couldn't tell you. As they go side by side over the jump. No,
big lift. Suvic, big lift.
I was about to say synchronised jumping. So,
yeah, but Suvic did manage to get his nose up higher than Smeraldi. That was a big old lift for Timon Suvic.
That was an 8 out of 10, that, wasn't it, from the judges?
Yeah, that was definitely a draft lift there. Dahlgren and De Bruin are literally not far away at the front end of the field. Chen is obviously overtaken Smith. Ross has gone into pit lane. And Allen is down in 6th in the U2Ls.
So here's the interesting thing. Wouter De Bruin is keeping onto the coattails of Dahlgren, and then as we can see just in shot there, Bradley Sellers keeping abreast of what's going on. I think something's happened to Becky. Oh, she had a slight moment. She keep it? No, she did not. She tried.
Now, unfortunately for Ian Clark. Up over the jump, big wiggle. Get the car settled, Nope, didn't get it settled. And unfortunately coming down into Mulsanne for Ely Clark. Round she goes. It's one of them, spins it. And it goes and bumps the wall. For Becky Ely Clark, unfortunately there.
She lost a position, I think, to Alan Smith when that happened as well.
Yeah, she did, yeah. Now tucked in Ely Clark's DNF.
Oh.
So yeah, Ely Clark DNFing out of this race. So that brings another one down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars now. We're down on to the 25.
She just pulls over and DNFs into T1.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any information going on in the chat for this.
I don't know if the car was on. Just the dust. She started rolling backwards.
I'm going to reach out, do some investigatory digging, find out what happened to Ely Clark. But yeah, DNF there. That's down 5 in the U2 SPGR 5 class. Unfortunately, still holding on to the others. Ben Borman is 2 laps back, so seeing he might be able to gain a position there as well. But it is very class heavy. The only one really out of sorts at the moment is Gilles Lalonde. He is below John Uyan, Carmen, Angelides and Chen, even though he's in
right on
Ford
board,
Mustang.
see if we can work out what happened. Ever so strange, just sort of gives up. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll still carry on reaching out and find out if we can. Fastest lap for Smeraldi, 33.34.033. Fastest man on the circuit. So great job from Alessandro Smeraldi. But it's all starting to get a little bit settled down now. We're just getting into that slow cooker stage at the moment, where guys are getting sorted out, ready for their next pit stop. Where's this going to leave Mr. Ross Smith, of course, who is out of sync with everybody else currently at this moment in time. So we'll keep an eye out and see what goes on with Ross there and see how he gets on. Whether or not he's pulled a master stroke or whether or not he hasn't. Paul, what do we think?
Oh, I want to think that he has, but I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I want to believe in him. But I'm not sure, Mr. James. Don't have all the data to really make an informed decision.
Okay, well, let's see what Ross does here then as well. If you are still here, don't forget to say hi, come and have a chat with us. Let us know what you're up to, apart from obviously watching the broadcast. Please don't obviously just put watching the broadcast, James, because I'm aware that you're watching the broadcast. Hope you all had a wonderful Sunday as well. Hope you're ready for the... Saturday, sorry. Yeah, because it's not quite Sunday yet. Saturday, hope you're ready for the Tyson Fury fight, which will be happening a little bit later on as well, live on Netflix. So if you have got Netflix, you can go and sit and watch Tyson Fury and some other guy I've never even heard of before in my life. Go and punch 7 living bells out of each other, hopefully. Or will it be a heavyweight cuddle like they normally are at this moment in time? Let's find out there as well. So yeah, go and watch that a little bit later on. This should be a good one. shouldn't it, Paul?
Yes, hopefully it will be. Yeah, it's the third or fourth or fifth time that Yui's come out of retirement.
Again. Right, Speroni in pit lane. Goes in. Alan Smith's in pit lane as well. There's Ross Smith just going up over the hill. There's Magnus Dahlgren out in front by Wouter de Bruin by 2.2 seconds. My feed has gone.
Is it?
Yes. I have nothing.
Where's that? Well, according to me,
I'm back.
it's still
No,
up.
I'm back again. No,
Okay.
I'm back again. Right, it's just come back. I just had a blue screen of death for a minute, which wasn't my PC. It was the feed from Paul, thank God. So there we go. On that one, but Magnus Dahlgren, Wouter de Bruin 1.9 seconds apart. There's Bradley Sellers in the background. These guys have kind of provided the action here this evening, Paul, haven't they? There hasn't really been a whole a lot going on in the other classes, to be fair. There was a bit of battle earlier on as JC Tammy, Matt Wright and Becky Clark, but other than that, it's kind of petered out a little bit.
It fizzled out, didn't it? Quite a while ago. And, yeah, so we go where the action is. And this class, as Woodsboro goes a little bit deep there in the exit. Bradley Sellers is really closed in as well on Woods de Bruin, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys handle that, being that they are in the same team. Yeah, these guys have provided us with some fine action on this Saturday.
Absolutely, they have, and they're going to keep providing it for the rest of this race, I'm sure, as Wouter de Bruin and Bradley Sellers. It's time for the Retro Monsters to work together, because Dahlgren is opening up 2.6 seconds at this moment in time. They're going side by side into Arnage. Through the right-hander they go. Bradley Sellers takes the position from Wouter de Bruin. Are we watching the rapid decline of Wouter de Bruin at this moment in time?
Maybe, or maybe he's having to fuel save a little bit more than he thought he'd need to. Who knows? But I would say rapid decline, because Gutierrez is 10 seconds on the road. So maybe it's Wood to say, do you know what, Bradley, you have a go if you think you're on enough.
Oh, I haven't had that for ages. That one. But let's see whether or not they can, or if they're going to keep losing time. 3.4 seconds to Dahlgren now, 3.6. God, that's going up quick through the S's section there as well. Jerry Chen in pit lane. Mr. Smith, we need to find out if Ross is going to clear Jerry.
John Ewan having a bit of a moment.
Oh, I haven't seen much of John in that Ferrari.
No, he clipped
Into
the wall there
Mulsanne
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Johnny Young's kind of gone about doing his business under the radar. It's been a little bit of a ninja-esque.
You don't want people watching you when you're doing your business, do you?
No, absolutely. There's nothing worse. So it was fine. You can never do your business if people are watching you. After that, Ross did not clear Jerry Chen. Can we go on Ross Smith a minute, please? Because Chen's out of pit lane, and I don't think Ross got him. No, he didn't.
No, so Ross's pit stop was 20 seconds longer than Chen's. It's a little bit under that, but not perfect maths.
But now is Chen going to have enough then to get to the end, do we think?
I wish I knew. I don't know. So
okay, well, that's
you'd hope, because Ross builds these things, that he has the upper hand.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I did that guy. You would think that.
Yeah, you would. Or maybe we're giving Ross too much credit. I mean,
maybe it's not that. It's the driver ability.
Maybe
might come down to it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I mean, I don't know how Ross is going to feel about that, James.
I'm not saying Ross is a bad driver. He can probably kick my butt any time of day on any track with any car. Probably,
yes,
right?
Probably.
Because in fact, probably, definitely. So I'm not saying that.
Probably, definitely, not definitely, maybe.
No, definitely not maybe. But I think that Smith might not be able to have Chen Chen's number. Maybe Chen is a little bit better, should we say, at handling the Porsche than
Maybe.
Smith is handling the BMW M1.
Could well be.
Let me know in the YouTube chat if I just drop myself right in it there as well. That'd be great. But yeah, 45 minutes left of this race here at Poole. And I don't know if classic is a word I would use for this.
No, but I think that's down to the fact we haven't really got the number of cars that I think you need for Le Mans.
I agree. I think, yeah, I think they need a lot more than 30 to make this interesting. And before you jump on me, I'm not saying it's not interesting, because obviously this is what I do for a living. But what I'm saying is I think for
You
the
need
numbers
double
of
the
where
number.
Yeah, because where at the moment we've got these guys very spread out across the board at the moment. They're not really close together. There isn't really much action that we can bring you. Oh, there is action we can bring you because Alexander Schultz has DNF.
Oh. Oh.
He has DNF'd there. So we'll keep an eye out and find out if we can figure out what went on with him. But Alexander Schultz DNFing this race. It adds to another one.
Oh. Oh, James. We might have got our wish.
Ely Clark is back as well, by the way.
Oh, okay. Maybe she was having a technical issue.
Maybe she needed to go to the toilet.
Maybe.
Okay, so what we got? Oh, he's puffing.
He's puffing.
Oh, Alexander Schultz is the first one puffing the machine. The poor old engine has gone for Schultz. Chugging that BMW down. Oh, black smoke as well. Oh, first one. First DNF through an engine puff. Now, are we going to see more coming into the final 43 minutes here, Paul?
It puffing went.
It did. It did puffing go. So, well done. Retro Monsters still fighting. Oh dear. Welcome to the quality commentary of James and Paul. There, Retro Monsters still having their own little battle in the standings at this moment in time. This will give them a nice little boost up in conjunction with the teams of Gutierrez and Lalonde. They are above there. God. They are below them in the standings, but above them on the racetrack. And there's no Gilles Lalonde, I don't think, either. Smile Power Racing, Mike Bell and Dan Herlock should be a nice little gain towards them as well. So they should be having a nice little bump up there for the Retro Monster boys in the team. So a good job from them, still continuing on, following each other. There's been a drama in Sector 1. I'm not quite sure who's caused that drama, but somebody has. And that's just flashed up on our screen there. So, yeah. Great racing from these guys.
Becky.
Yeah, Ely Clark maybe again with more drama.
Oh, having to move over like that when you're coming up to a jump, not ideal.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Wooters back into P2. I don't know if you clocked that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great.
And they swapped back positions there. This is the thing, if one of them's got massive overspeed going down the straight, coming into the Mulsanne corner, and he pulls out and he's going to go past you, to save time, Sellers might as well just lift off. Lift off a little bit, let him take it. He's going to take it anyway. You don't want to be side by side down into the Mulsanne corner, because there's a whole load of drama that could go wrong.
True, this is still Lalonde. I think he slides, then catches it, unfortunately, and then catches it and then into the barrier.
Oh, yeah. There is
Lalonde. Behind. Yeah, that was...
That might have been a swap over where Sellers lost
it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He blocks him in there, and then goes and gets past him. So great job from these two as they're continuing on their way, the Retro Monsters. George Angelidis in pit lane. Now, is Ross Smith going to get George? That will be the question. And is Jerry Chen should, but whether or not Jerry's going to have enough fuel to get to the end.
Becky did a replay of where we saw her losing it before when she span into the right-hander at the end of the straight. So
she did it again, did she?
Yeah, did it again. Not as dramatic, but did it again.
Oh dear.
That can't be, but that's not sector 1, so I don't know what the yellow was in sector 1 that you spotted briefly. But then sometimes I've noticed that when they're in the pits, I'm being told they're yellow flags. Like for now, I'm being told Smeraldi, but he's in the pits. So, so sometimes I'm seeing around here we're getting some anomalies with what we're being told. So, and I think it's because it's a modded circuit. It's not genuine. You know, you tend to find these little anomalies happen. So, yeah. Anyways.
Angelides still in pit lane. Where is Jerry Chen in conjunction to Angelides, please?
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on one moment.
Jerry's going to get Angelides. Where is Ross?
Ross, here we go. Coming through.
Wiggling up through the S's.
Yeah, but he might have to stop again, but as where we don't think that George will.
No. It's 55 minutes. I don't think George will.
Oh,
but
there you go, Ross. That's one way to take it. That might be a track cut.
He's going to get Angelides here.
Yep.
This is going to be very interesting now. It's whether or not Ross can save a lap of fuel. I think that is dependent on him getting to the end. And it's whether or not Jerry's actually got enough.
Is it not more than a lap then?
No, he went in. The maximum they've been able to stretch.
He went in 6 laps ago.
Yeah, the maximum they've been able to stretch it out is 55 to 58 minutes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah? He went in with 1 minute to go.
Right.
So 1 hour to go. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's right. So you're thinking by the time he leaves, that'll be just less than a minute, maybe 59 minutes when he left the pits, maybe.
Yep.
Because he was in. I don't know how long he was in the pit stop for. Actually, yes, I could tell you. Hold on a second. He was. Click there. He was in. So, yeah, he pitted for 154 seconds in total.
What was George's? George's just done his.
George. Where is he on my list? I'm being really stupid. 139 seconds.
Faster, and he still lost the time. What about Chen?
Shen's his was 136. So Jerry was stationary for 122 seconds. George 125 seconds, and Ross I don't know because it was in the past, so it only tells me his overall pit stop time of 154 seconds. So,
yeah. Oh right, okay. Well, they're not too far away from each other then. In general.
No, but George is around about 26, 27 seconds behind Ross. And Ross is about the same time behind Jerry. So I can't see Ross catching Jerry now.
No, but is Jerry going to have enough fuel?
Oh. Honestly, haven't got a Scoopy.
No. No, I didn't think we did. But listen, I thought I'd ask. Carmen in pit lane.
So Wooter's in. He's out. So that means he's in first. So Magnus has been in then. Yeah. So Magnus has been in. Bradley Sellers, Johnny Gutierrez, Timon Suvic's been in. Benika's been in. Smeraldi's been in.
Right. Okay.
So Wooter's going well here. In fact, he hasn't gone in. So that explains what we thought we knew.
He should go in now.
Saving. Which is how Magnus Dahlgren got past. So Robin's still out there, Kirsten's still out there, and Herlock's still out there. So Kirsten pitted 15 laps ago, so Wooter's now heading in. And Dan Herlock pitted 14 laps ago.
Yeah, he went that extra lap, didn't
he? Yeah.
So this is where we said it's whether or not Herlock can get in and out before Dahlgren gets round, which I don't think he's going to be able to do.
No.
Judging by what we are going to presume is...
I'm guessing, because there's only 30 odd minutes now on the clock, Gilles Lalonde, I think, has caused a yellow flag. Whether it's a genuine or one not, I don't know. Oh yes, he's actually been off, I think. They'll all just better put their foot down now. They won't have to do any fuel saving.
They shouldn't have to.
No.
However, Ross...
But unless they only pit the amount of... So it goes down, he continues on. So I wonder if he's going to save 2 laps on this stint.
Oh, that's a big ask.
It is a big ask, but it's Dan Hurlock we're talking about.
That is a big ask if he can do another lap after this one.
It is a big ask, yeah.
Well, let's see what Hurlock will do.
But, you know, the likelihood is just the 1. But the fact is, he's also, he might actually have saved 2 laps because Rob Woods de Bruin, I think, saved a lap on the other guys that have gone in. So actually, Dan has probably saved 2 laps. But he's only saved 1 lap on Wooter.
Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah, does that make sense?
I think.
Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
No, you are making sense. Just about.
Cool.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
Suvic has just had a yellow flag. Oh yeah, he's going slow. So let's find out what's happened here. Oh,
there's contact. Oh.
No.
Yes, there is. Watch.
Oh, that's bad.
Smarody was on the grass. That's the problem.
Oh, naughty boy.
And that allowed Benica that goes up, or it might be Benica was on the grass. One of them was on the grass, and then just spins, and then unfortunately just cannot stop.
Gilles Lalonde had a moment, but I think that might be. Is it just going to the pitch? Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the thing.
Yeah, Gilles Lalonde in pit lane.
Oh no!
Oh, no, he did have a moment.
He did actually have a moment. I'll take that back, game. I apologise.
Called it a game.
Oh no!
It is a game,
strike me down.
It is a game. I agree with you. Unfortunately, that could bring a whole different debate to the conversation. Putting it already as a game on this one. As Smaraldi and Benica still battling it out.
Right, let's pick up.
Suvic's in behind this as
Molin.
well. He's got in pit lane at the end of this one.
Why are we?
I don't think he's got a choice but to go in pit lane.
Ollie Day has had a moment.
Ooh. And it's the wall as well.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So we're nearly out. So we've got 25 runners left. What did we say? Less than 25, or did we say 25?
I said less than 25.
I said less than 25 as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So
we ain't got many left. We're
JT
Tammy in pit lane.
Pretty close though. Let's be fair, right? That's pretty on the.
It seems to be a regular thing this season, isn't it? With
these engines.
People DNF and then.
Well, we've only had 1 engine go puff.
We did.
So last time out we had about 3 or 4 of those. We've had 2 with technical issues, according to them.
Yep.
And others are just like we saw that Dan Scott for some reason was on wet tyres.
Yep.
I don't know why I just called them tyres. That's really weird.
I don't know. I just ignored it. I
can't. Right, Robbie. Let's move on. Robbie Molin into the pits.
Yeah, Dan Hurlock should be following him in, unless Paul's prediction is right. Nope.
No,
in he goes.
Oh, he's pushing there, isn't he?
Can he get out before De Bruin? That's the problem. Oh, this is going to be... Where is he on track? He's just gone through Mulsanne, hasn't he? Is he down through Mulsanne?
Oh, James! I've got news for you.
You've got a second puff? We have... Who is that?
Ben Borman.
Oh.
Who we've not seen at all this race. So the only thing we're broadcasting is his demise.
Oh, Ben. He was doing so well at one point as well. He just
managed
to get up
he's parked right next to the fire truck, so that's really sensible.
Absolutely. But where are the firemen?
Safety
It's burning
first.
in there. Burning.
Safety first. But yeah.
Where are they? Why are they not rushing him out, putting him out?
So yeah, he's still sat in the car burning away.
Yeah, we're now down to... What was it, down 24 runners now, I suppose.
Right, Wouters about to... Dan Hurlock is still stationary.
Don't think that's worked out for Dan.
No, but Where's he
Still
going
there?
to come out?
9th.
Okay.
Because Molin's still in there as well, and they've been close together all the way through. Molin's going to be in 6th, 5th. Oh, we might hold on to 6th. There you go. For Dan Hurlock.
Well, this is something that I'm witnessing.
Fire.
Yeah,
Still
but
Ben Bourbon?
yeah, how has he got going again?
I don't know. He is aware he's got flames coming out the back, right?
Well, I'd imagine so, James. I'd imagine so.
Can we go cockpit with that?
Hold on.
Oh. He ain't going slow by any means. And the problem is he can't really... Oh, yeah, he's got a rear view up there. He's got smoke and fire coming out in the top left-hand corner, just underneath the standings on the left-hand side, guys.
Yeah.
You can just see the fire coming out the back of his car. So he knows it's happening. Is he just going to take it to the point of where it blows up? Look, there you go. There's the fire coming out the back. He looks like a flaming dragon who's just...
So he was stationary for quite some time.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah.
How has he managed to keep going?
I don't.
Suggestions on a postcard, please. That'd be amazing. Let me know in chat why you think
Right.
the Bourne has still managed to keep going.
Dan Hurlock's in 6th.
Yep.
So that's worked out okay.
Well, he was in 9th, wasn't he? I suppose that's probably
Yeah,
about as
9th.
high as
He was
he's
well, he
been.
was in 10th at one point as well, wasn't he? I mean, he was in 8th early on in the race, but something's just happened between these two. They just swapped positions.
Yeah. These two have been at it though all the way through, haven't they? Smaraldi and Bonica, both from Scudiera, Bridget Bardot. So they've got to be careful not to make sure they're not taking each other out. In the meantime, they
I'll
were
tell you
close
what's
on lap number
interesting.
1.
George has gained about 10 seconds on Ross. The gap, I mean,
He needs a second per lap
it's a big ask.
to get. But then we did say that Smith might need to. Ross might need to.
Also,
fuel save
we do know that sometimes these times fluctuate. So
a lot.
and last time around, George was only hundreds quicker. So
Yeah, it's not going to help. George wants to catch Ross. He needs to be a lot quicker than that.
yes,
So
I think John Ewan's just had another oopsie.
oh no, 3:45 for Ross, 3:41 for George last time out. 4 seconds.
Woo.
So we'll give the overlay a bit of a kick if we can, Paul. It's showing that annoying thing with Dan Hurlock still in pit lane.
Okay, hold on. Well, I'll do that while we watch this.
Johnny Young again. I say again, it's only been his second time we've actually seen him make a mistake. And he goes for Johnny Young.
Pops the wall.
So,
And he waits patiently as well, which is good to see.
yeah.
Smart.
Okay. 26 minutes to go. Yeah.
Oh, Robin had a moment.
Molin.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Down into Arnage.
And around we go.
Very awkward. Very awkward and horrible. Them form of spins. They really are. Because you can't seem to get it back no matter what you do. He could have hit the brakes, he could have applied the throttle and the car still would have gone round. So, there we go. But,
That's put Robin into the clutches of Mr. Hurlock. So,
yeah. 25 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. These two are going to continue to scrap it out, I'm sure. 25 minutes left in the race, Paul. It's a bit of slow burner, hasn't it?
yeah, but then these kind of races often are, aren't they? So, by their nature. So.
Yeah. I agree. So there you go. Let's see how this one goes on here as we go into the final part of this race. Ladies and gentlemen, De Bruin leading his class with Dahlgren and Sellers. Chen leading his with Smith and Angelidis. Tammy leading his with Wright and Cargelati. And Maya, funny enough, leading his. The only one out in his class at this moment in time. So great job from Peter Meyer. Just got to keep it going, sunshine. And you will take the 20 points and bump yourself up straight away into 5th place in that class. So good job from him. On there must be a bit of a lonely race for Peter Meyer, but he has got Ollie Cargelati, Alan Smith and Becky Ely Clark in behind him, and Ben Borman. So he has moved up some there. As we're just giving you a quick reshuffle of the result of the standings currently as they are at this moment in time. So Chen, Smith, Angelides, Carmen, Uyan, Concalves and Rice. So, and then Tammy, Wright and Carginaladi, who managed to message us in YouTube chat while driving down the Mulsanne. So great job from him. And then Peter Meyer, of course, doing that one. 29 laps he's done of this race circuit, and he's 2 laps behind the leaders. So 30 on 32 currently. 32 laps at Le Mans, Paul. Do you think you could do it?
Yeah, I've done 2.5 hours around here before in R-Factor 2.
Have you really?
Yeah, back in when the GTEs were all the rage in R-Factor 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Before we had, it was great. Loved it. Like we'd race GT3s and GTEs. Yeah.
If you had a choice of simulator though, Paul, which one would be your favourite?
Well, at the moment,
yeah.
I'm really loving Le Mans Ultimate. I think it's still got a long way to go. Multi-class racing is just a challenge. I mean, the LMP2s. I think some people choose the LMP2s, the LMP3s because they're faster, but some of the drivers don't know how to drive them, so they turn into quite a few menaces. They'll overtake you, and next thing you know, into a braking zone, they've spun or locked up as we continue to watch Dan Hurlock. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the content on Le Mans Ultimate at the moment. So that is the sim of my choice. That's all I really play at the moment.
Oh, okay. Do you know, outside of commentating, I do no driving whatsoever.
Oh, really?
I don't even load up. I don't load up any sims.
I go through phases with it. So tomorrow I'm going to do a 4-hour at Barcelona with somebody. I'm doing that tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, so I'll go. Sometimes I'll go weeks without simming, and then last weekend because I hadn't done any of the Le Mans Ultimate dailies races since they released the new badges. So if you're a bit of a menace and a lot of contacts, you get a bad-looking badge. And yeah, so I did some racing last week, got my badge, and then got my trusted badge yesterday, which I'm really pleased with. So it says that I'm a good driver. I'm not one that's going out being naughty. So yeah, I'll do some racing tomorrow. So looking forward to it.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I won't do that. At all.
Well, I bought a new base last year, wheels, pedals, so I've really got to use it. So yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
My last base died, and I was like, oh, well, that means I've got to upgrade now. So I did. So.
No, that's fair enough, dear sir. As I say, I've still got my Logitech G920.
Yeah, I'm on a Sim Magic now. Direct drive, my first direct drive race even. So,
oh, have you got a whole rig as well, have you?
I do have a rig, yes.
Ooh, you getting all professional.
I've had a rig for a while. I had a really basic one, and then I upgraded to a Simatech, which is made in Portugal, and now I'm on a next level racing rig. So yeah.
Wow. Check you out. Check you out. In the meantime, though, can we give the overlay a kick because Dan Hurlock is still in the pit lane?
Yes. Here we go.
Thank you. Good to see Jerry still in the lead. Hope he wins. He's out in front by 31 seconds. I'm probably saying he's got a good idea.
Is JT Tammy safe from Matt Wright, do we think? The gap's only 6 seconds.
Possibly not, as we've got 20 minutes to go. Yeah, and everybody's still fairly spread out across the race circuit. Nobody really close together at all. So there we go. Who
Have you
is
made
that
it
in
back to the
pit lane?
pits?
Ben Borman. He's got to be out now, though, isn't he? Surely he can't get that car done.
I've never seen that before. Normally, when a car goes puff, as far as I know, that means you're normally out. So I don't know if anything's changed, or if he knows a little party trick, or what. Maybe someone in chat could enlighten us.
Yes, please. That would be amazing if you can enlighten us of how Ben Borman managed to blow his engine up and then restart his engine and then get it going back to
And
pit
not
lane.
burn alive. Let's not forget, right?
Yeah, I agree. He didn't
I mean,
even.
maybe the trick was parking next to a fire engine, but it's still on fire, so they didn't do a good job.
No, definitely did not put that one out, as we see Magnus Dahlgren being chased down by Bradley Sellers. This is for second and third overall. Wout de Bruin still out front by 6 seconds, give or take, at this moment in time. Big old lift up there as well from Bradley Sellers as he's chasing down on Dahlgren. So, yeah, we'll see what happens a little bit later on. 20 minutes ago, replay of Wout de Bruin.
No, Robbie Molin.
Robert Molin. Ooh,
Same
ow.
corner.
Into the wall.
And last time he span, this time he went into something a little bit more solid. So he's currently in P5, so he's really struggled following the pit stops.
I wonder if that's when he changed his tyres, though. Do you think?
I don't know if he did, because pit stop was only 105 seconds. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe he's trying to stint the tyres for too much. Because we don't get told if they've changed tyres, we just see the pit stop times.
That's the thing. It's kind of a guessing game, isn't it?
Yeah,
for
it
us
is,
after that?
yeah. Only stationary for 90 seconds, you see.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. As Sellers is closing in on Dahlgren in front now. 18 minutes to go. Here.
That's interesting though, because Dan Hurlock was right behind Robin Monin, wasn't he? So something's happened to him because he's 8 seconds back.
Coming out of pit lane, wasn't it? There. Oh! Sellers' nose was in the air for a long time there. Bradley Sellers had a big old nose up in the air. And, yeah, nearly caused drama for him on that one. 17 minutes on the clock. These two are going to get very close together indeed. I think all the other classes might be wrapped up a little bit because Chen, Smith, Angelides, Tammy, Wright, Maya, we know. De Bruin, 8 seconds. Maybe he's even safe, to be honest with you, Paul. I can't quite see where this is where the fireworks are gonna come from.
Well, Matt Wright was over a second faster than Tammy at the last lap. Tammy and Matt Wright both set in personal bests on their last laps around as well. So we'll just have to keep an eye as Bradley then having issues at the same corner that Robin Monin was also being off. So that's given Magnus Dahlgren a bit of breathing space.
Absolutely.
Oh, John Ewan, unfortunately, I think has had another moment.
Yeah, John Ewan there with problems. Unfortunately, gone off the side of the circuit. Mulsanne. Oh, Tetra. Oh no. Where are we? Indianapolis. Yeah, because there is Arnage in front. Into Indianapolis we go. And unfortunately, John Ewan, 3 times we have seen him, it's been 3 times of spinning. So
yeah, he's not really had a lot of action to show, has he? Other than when he's unfortunately
going around in a circle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for
Becky
him.
Ely and Ben Borman in the pits. We know that Becky obviously rejoined. Ben had his fire moment, so
I'm going to take the fact that Ben has DNF.
Hey, I mean, it's a 655 seconds now he's been in the pits for.
Yeah, Ben Borman had said Becky had a controller and then crew chief and then an FFP issue. Normal for the Lotus. Becky driving on controller?
Well, no, because then if it's got a FFP issue, you wouldn't get FFP on her.
But why Becky had a controller?
I wonder if that's a mistype.
Hold on. I'm finding out once I learn how to spell controller correctly.
I was about to say, yeah, you might want to edit that. Controller.
Hey, stop it, stalker. Yeah, there we go.
We're in the same chat. If George, if you're watching this back, I'm sorry about James. I can only offer my apologies. You know, I know you expect better, but you know, the man can't type. I'm say.
Hey, as long as I can talk, I don't think.
The amount of times you sent me messages going, "Oops, caps."
Oh, dude, that's because generally
you do that all the time.
I know. Just because generally I've pressed it and then my fingers, where I try and type so fast, my fingers have not uncapsed it, and then next year I'm just like, oh, let me shout. Oh, button box type thingy. So she had a button box issue. Oh, okay. Not a controller issue. Like driving on a PS5 controller or something. So, there we go. Yeah, Paul, where is the action going to come from here, son? Because I'm failing to see it on the racetrack.
Yeah, well, hold on. Steve Carman and George Angelides might be our hope. I don't know.
Maybe. I do love Carmen's Mustang, though.
It's a good looking livery, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's golf livery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just as we picked
But
up
he was last time around. George did a 3:42.1. Steve Carman here did a 3:41.2, so just under a second faster.
Yeah, great job from Steve there in that Ford Sax-Speed Mustang. So there we go. Let's see how he gets on. 13 minutes to go. Can he get Angelides? Give Smith a Mr. Ross Smith, I should say, because obviously Alan's still down in the U2Ls there as well.
Yeah, that gap I mentioned earlier on where George had closed in on Ross hasn't really moved a great deal since we last spoke about it. It's around about the same.
Yeah, not really shifted, is it?
Yeah, same for Matt Wright and JT Tammy. The gap has remained pretty constant. JT Tammy last time around was ever so slightly quicker than Matt Wright, and again JT Tammy set another personal best. Somebody we've not really seen a lot of is Concalves whatsoever. Last time around doing a personal best of a 3:45.2, so he's not really on the pace of everybody else at the moment. But you know, keeping it steady. I don't think we've seen any off tracks from him today or anything, or if they have, we haven't caught them, or the application that we use hasn't spotted them. So yeah, same can't be said for John Ewan.
No.
Again, we've not really seen much of Gilles Lalonde either, have we?
No, he's gone round a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah, but who else haven't we really looked at today?
JT?
Sorry?
JT Tammy?
Yeah, we're not really.
Yeah. Lancia? It's got Dan Erlock in behind him.
Such a good looking car, that Lancia. That rear end really does it for me.
Yeah, but it's...
What?
It's very
something about
open.
that car does it for me. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it.
I think it's just the gaping on the rear end. I think it's just literally wide open. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, it just looks so weird.
Yeah, but you can see the nakedness of the car. I think that's what it is, where you can see the mechanical.
Yeah, but not
parts.
Gaping out like that. You know what I mean?
But it's also the livery's a classic as well, isn't it?
The Martini livery.
Yeah.
I do fully agree with you. The Martini livery looks absolutely amazing, but that gaping back end just, no, it's not. That doesn't float my boat, I'm afraid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Poking out there, look at it. You can see underneath it and everything. It's, you know what I mean? It don't leave a lot to the imagination, does it? Let's be real, where you can see the insides.
Well, JT Tammy then bringing it home in his class for the win by the looks of things.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Wright's he's able to challenge with just 10.5 minutes to go, James.
Yeah, not
It'll
long
be
left
driver
now.
interview time.
It will be, and it'll be James's dinner time. there we go.
That's
In
a late.
real
That's late.
life,
You shouldn't eat late. You shouldn't eat dinner late. You know that, James, right? It's bad.
I'm gonna watch the box. Why is it? I'm gonna watch the boxing anyway.
Okay.
And why is it late for me, dude? I'm like, there's more fat on a Robin Redbreast than there is on me. You know what I mean? I weigh like barely 13 stone. I'm not fat in any shape or form, so I don't really bother. I don't really worry about that. And I'm normally Saturday night is my stay up late night. Like, you know what I mean? I treat myself to a bit of a late night. So normally roll into bed at like 2, maybe 3 in the morning. Just because like every other day I get up at 4:45 in the morning. So to have a bit of a late one where I haven't got to get up, it's actually quite nice. But then again, I was up at 4:45 this morning as well. Right, hold on. We had some stuff going on. In real life, the car had Venturi tunnels fitted in for 1981, which would be down there, but they aren't on this model.
Oh, I
Ross
think
sold
they're
the
talking.
Venturi
I think they're talking about
the car,
JT Tammy's car. Yeah.
They were also nowhere close to good enough to achieve anything against the other ground effects cars taking charge at the time. So there we go. Thank you.
But I like the comment below that saying Ross sold the Venturi tunnels.
It would surprise me. It would not surprise me whatsoever on that one. Did you know he's ginger?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before. Yes, I did know that. Yes.
Okay.
Because we saw a photo of him once.
We did, yes. It was quite scary.
Yeah. But luckily, he was fully clothed.
Absolutely. He
Yeah.
hadn't been out in the sun because he was very pasty. You know what I mean? Look, it's a common thing. Gingers don't like the sun. Okay, I'm not rude or anything. It's just literally common. It's a group.
Actually,
They do.
I've got a friend of mine. He's ginger. His wife's ginger. The 2 kids are ginger. That's all they talk about is sitting in the shade.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
They don't do it, do they?
No,
Because otherwise they end up like tomatoes.
Yeah, that's it. They get roasted to crisp.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. I don't know. Maybe they need to go out.
I don't know.
and start off.
I think it's to do with their skin pigment. I think because they normally have freckles and whatnot as well. So
Yeah,
anyway.
just look at Annie. Carmen, just about to pass Angelides. Spent all this time chasing him. Got the
Yeah.
job done down the Mulsanne. Now Angelides.
Easy,
is
wasn't
gonna
it?
sit in. It was, but he's in a Mustang. Angelides is in a Ferrari. So it's not a surprise really because Carmen should have the top speed of Angelides. Got that job done. Can Angelides keep the draft? 7.5 minutes to go. There's a yellow in sector 1. I'm wondering if somebody's dived in pit lane. They have. It's Ben Bourne. No, Bourneman's still in pit lane. Something's happening in sector
Becky
1.
Ely
Let's see.
Clark has caused the yellow flag.
Again, let's see. Angelides pulled out. The power of that Mustang keeps that Ferrari at bay, even with a draft. Through the kink they go. It's going to be jump time here. Let's hop scotch and get it up there, boys. Over they go. Hey, down now.
Oh,
Angelides
George is
looking up
getting
the
greedy on the
George,
inside.
Is he going to get the job done into Indianapolis? Can he? Oh,
That was-
into the Mulsanne
that was
corner. Got
bold.
it stopped. It was. He's slow on the
Oh.
exit. Carmen's giving him a little kiss on the rear end there.
Was that a kiss or did he slide on his own?
No, I think he got a little peck.
Okay, we'll have to go back and have a look at that.
Absolutely. I'm sure he got a kiss on the bum there from Steve Carmen. So, well done, Giorgio. Very aggressive on that one.
Again, though, will the Ford just go past? No, not enough.
No, it's too short in it, this run.
Yeah.
They're in the power, so it's unfortunately from the Ford. But 6.5 minutes to go. Here is Becky Ely Clark. Where are we? Tetra, no, we're not. We're up through the S's. Oh, runs it wide. Oh, big thump. Becky's nose is gone. Oh,
And again, sensible. She waits for the other car to pass before getting going. Smart on the
Yeah.
next lap, just get out and pick up her nose.
yeah. Could do a Kim Kardashian and just get a new one fitted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to Bruno and Dahlgren. Still 1.7 seconds apart, 5.5 minutes to go here. Not really much more to show you. Kirsten's is up behind Smeraldi. So that might be something that we can have a look at there as well. Carmen's still
Well, he's
behind
in the pits,
Angelique.
I'm showing.
No, I've got him out on the racetrack.
Have you? Okay.
Let's click on him and find out where he is.
Oh, hold on. Oliver Day's in the pits though. Hold on a second. Yeah, my other screen's not. Hold on. Right.
No,
Smoley,
he's
there we
out on
go.
the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out on the racetrack. So, where's
weird.
Nicholas Kirsten's then? Why is he now all of a sudden lost 6 seconds behind Nick Kirsten? I look at the time screen, they're 0.8 apart, and then we click on him and he's now 6 seconds back.
Fluctuations of Le Mans circuit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bonkers, isn't it? Very, very bonkers indeed. But there is Alessandro Morelli from the Scuderia Bridget Bardot Ferrari. Wout de Bruin there, Dahlgren, 4.5 minutes to go. So there we go. Lots more of action to come, I think. I'm hoping. I'm just not quite sure where it's going to come from at this moment in time. So there we go. The Grand National had action today, Paul. Did you also?
No.
My wife
Great
won.
chat.
My wife won. She did. Bless
Is
her.
she? Well done.
Yeah. I put the money in.
She already won in
Yeah.
life though, being married to you though, right, James?
Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. That was her finest moment, that was. Picking me out of a crowd. I don't know how many years after she regretted it, but, you know, it's been nearly 20. On the nose of Carmen, as we look back at the Angelides overtake. Great
Told
job
ya.
from...
Oh no!
No, he did. Told you.
That's weird. Why did he slow down like that, George? Did he miss a gear?
I don't know, but told you he hit him.
Yeah. Okay.
See? Trust me.
Alright.
We're down to 24, I think it's 24 drivers. I'm not going to give Ben Borman credit. Ely Clark's in pit lane again. 3 minutes to go here. Where's the leader? Can we find out where the leader is to see if we're going to make this the last lap or if there's going to be one more?
One more.
There will be one more, yeah. It depends if what Angelides plays out there. So there is Wout de Bruin. See what happens with him and how friendly is Carmen and Angelides going to be in front of him. George said yesterday in chat that he had never missed a gear. Curious. I think I would be curious as well because he came out of that corner very, very slowly and Carmen gave him a little bit of a
There's
slap
a
on the
lock
bum.
up there from George, wasn't there?
Yeah. Ooh, Wout de Bruin putting that car sideways. It's going to be interesting now. The two Mustangs power, same there. So these guys are going to continue on.
Magnus
Here
is
as well.
showing just over a second behind Wout de Bruin at the moment. So,
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on it, but it does fluctuate quite a lot. It's a really hard one to sort of
yeah, it's the
take, but then they are there on the same picture, and these
Yeah.
back markers are not helping. But I won't go into that because I normally end up getting myself in trouble.
you get yourself in trouble.
Oh, never. I'm innocent.
Never.
aren't I? No, never ever been called in to an office
He's right,
by
he's
the
right
league.
on him now, isn't he, Magnus? So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean they don't
Never
have to
been
get out
called
of the
in.
way. So
they don't know. It's sports car racing. Don't need to
yeah.
move. But you know,
Oh, that's going to give Magnus the opportunity, I think.
yeah, it goes through. Is Dahlgren going to make that move? No. Is he going to get him in a second part? No. Final lap. It's going to be a final lap, and Dahlgren's in within slipstream distance. He's got Dunlop, Tetra Rouge, Mulsanne.
What part is George going to play in this as well?
Absolutely. Is Angelides going to influence this? He's been saved by these two, really, from Steve Carmen.
Looks like he's
Because I
gonna
think
get-
Carmen would have got him.
Well, he's done Wout de Bruin a bit of a favour there to go out of the way for Wouter.
Hopefully,
Bad
yes,
timing
Tetra
for
Rouge.
Magnus. Magnus has want to take the inside here. That makes his that right hander even tighter. Oh yeah. So he's gonna lose momentum now, Magnus. He's made the move, but he's not going to have the same level of speed. And of course, he's already in the slower car. So he's got Harmon now alongside George.
Yeah, we knew this
Maybe
was
going to
coming.
come past.
The power of the
Oh,
Mustang. Carmen
tell
takes
ya.
his nose off there as well. Very, very aggressive indeed. Carmen and Angelides. Carmen can't go back past Dahlgren. Surely they're battling for the lead of the race, bud.
And
See,
even
now
George
this
is
is-
going to as well. Look.
Yeah, but this is where I end up getting myself in trouble.
Yeah, but it's part of it. It's part of it, James.
Oh,
It's
if I
not
was
Formula
Dahlgren-
One.
No, if I was Dahlgren, I'd be kicking right about now. I'd be like, I'm battling for the lead, and you two are just literally overtaking me on the final lap.
Oh, he's put himself in a bit of a dangerous position there for me, Dahlgren.
I'll be there going, you're having a giraffe. There you go.
What's up?
Whoa. Oh, no,
Lag.
back. Because he ain't going to let him through going into the corner either. Mate,
No.
I'd be spitting. I'd be spitting bubbles. If I was Magnus Dahlgren, there would be flames of fury.
Oh,
coming
Carmen's
out of
gone deep.
Flames of fury coming out of every orifice I can exit out of.
Yeah, but Wurter's only just there, mate. He's not skipped off.
Yeah, but it's still, it's just,
It's not that big a deal.
it is for
Look,
me.
look, he's on him now. Look.
It is for me. And there we go. Managed to get back on him. Just.
Oh,
in time.
no. That's it. Tuck in. That's it. You didn't want to be there because there was a slower car. Right, so the clock has hit 0 as we expected.
Yep. Final lap.
Becky
Of
and Ben are
the-
both in the pits. They've been in there for a while.
Oh, double B in pit lane.
Oh!
Drama.
Oh!
Oh, come on. See? It's not that big of a deal, James. It's not that big of a deal. Breathe. Fine. Just a race. It's just the final lap. It's just 2.4 hours of fighting.
So there was, I think there might have been contact between Dahlgren and Wurter.
Can we pick up a Bradley Sellers though? Because he's going to come over the line and take the victory.
Yeah.
If Jerry Chen has not gone over the line already. But Jerry might have to do one more lap.
No,
Unless he
Jerry's
wants to
got to
lead
do
us
one
through.
more, I think.
Yeah. Right. Bradley Sellers going to come in now as well. Is that Angelidis is in front of him?
It's madness. What the hell's happened there?
This.
Okay.
Got his blue flags waving at you from the marshal's bird. This is another office for me after this as well. You are kidding. Oh, come on. Right, over the line he goes. Bradley Sellers took that victory here as well. 1 out, Wouter de Bruin in second. Magnus Dahlgren comes over the line in third. Yeah, I don't know. What went on? Dahlgren got his nose cut off. Can we go off board? Because it did look like he was already losing it under braking.
I think he turned into.
Let's go off board and have a quick look.
Hold on. Let me go back into place because I need to.
I can't read all of that message, but yes, I agree with you. What the doop is that Ferrari doing? Sports car racing, they don't have to move out the way. It's on the emphasis on the faster car to get past them cleanly. There we go. Rules of sports car racing. I didn't see that either, Paul. I couldn't see the contact at all.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's
right.
really hard from that position.
It is. I can't
So-
give you a better position, unfortunately. Right.
No, there we go. Let's pick
So-
up on Jerry. Has JT Tammy crossed the line?
JT Tammy. No, it's coming to it
It's
now.
coming in now. So let's pick up on JT. JT is going to win the U2L SP5. There we go for JT.
Good result.
Great job from him. Well done for JT Tammy in that gaping Lancia Delta. Or Lancia Beta, I should say. What about Peter Meyer? Yeah, where is he?
Way back. So I think Robin Monin's just come up as DNF. For me.
He has. He's shopping all the way down the order. He's in 11th. Where is Meyer? Did Meyer cross the line? Oh, he's all the way down to Mulsanne, isn't he? Let's pick up on Jerry Chen because I think Chen's going to be over the line first.
Yeah.
So, great job from Jerry. He's going to come through the final few chicanes. There's a car that's blown up behind him there as well. I don't know which of the BMWs that is, but that's a BMW. has blown up in behind him. There it is, puffing smoke.
Oh yeah. Hasn't quite
Jerry
let go
Chen.
fully yet, but
No.
whoever
Not
that
yet.
is needs to be careful. Unless it
Jerry Chen.
has dropped off now.
Yeah, Jerry Chen over the line, takes that victory as well. Great job from him.
Whoever that BMW is was clearly slowing up quite some.
And
Tamaya
Bradley
then.
Sellers takes the victory in the 2L SPs.
That's mad. We didn't see that happening, did we?
What?
Bradley Sellers winning.
Yeah, we did.
Not Wua
Got
de
stuck
Brenner.
going.
Not Wua.
No, Sellers won.
Yeah, what I mean is didn't see it coming.
Oh no, partly the Carmen and Angelidis
Yes.
cars may have had something to do with that.
Yeah.
So
we think the car that somebody's just put in chat is Alan Smith.
yeah, the
Yeah.
BMW. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to make it to the end.
Peter, where you going, Peter? Come on, mate.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Takes a win in his class though.
He does.
So there we go.
That livery reminds me of you.
Why?
'Cause it's simple.
You absolute plank. Over the line goes Peter Meyer, the last.
Sorry, George.
If nothing else, it's been eventful here this evening as well. Let's bring you up the results, guys, before we get into interviews if we can.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
Bradley Sellers is your winner in the 2Ls here as well. Wouter de Bruin in second, and Magnus Dahlgren, Johnny Gutierrez, Dan Herlock and Nicholas Kirstens. Alessandro Smeraldi and Eduardo Benica, after such a promising start, ended up further back, and I've gone somewhere. There we go. Robin Molin DNF'd at the end, apparently, with Timon Suvic down in 9th place. Great job from all of them. Well done for Bradley Sellers. Gilles Lalonde, Ollie Day, and Mike Bell. Oh, man, no one gave Alan Smith a push. Well, hopefully he finished over the thing. Then Jerry Chen takes the win in the U2L AMS with George Angelidis in second and Steve Carmen in third. Yep. John Huyan finishes Concalves, DNF, Adrian Rice, Daniel Scott, Santiago Dancourt, and Maximilian Petrafsky there as well. Don't
24
think Petrafsky
finished.
was too happy. Yeah, Petrafsky was not happy with the Ferrari of Angelidis, by the way. JT Tammy takes the win in the U2L Pros with Matt Wright, Alan Smith, and Ollie Carginaladi. Becky Ely Clark did just get the car over the line. Ben Bourbon DNF'd, and Alexander Schultz DNF'd as well. And Peter Meyer, stunning job, takes the winning class. So well done for Peter. Congratulations. He did only have himself to fight though throughout the whole race, didn't he? So there we go. Stunning evening of racing. I'm so happy. These guys have got and worked very hard. Just waiting for seeing if anybody comes in for an interview. We'll give them a minute or so here as well. If anybody is interested, Tyson Fury is walking to the ring. So there we go. So that fight is just about to start on Netflix if you want to go and check it out as well. So, right. How long do we give Paul Glover?
How long do we give me?
No, the interview people, if they're coming in.
30 seconds.
I agree. No, I'm going to heat up my dinner.
You've not mentioned that once.
I don't think I have.
No, you've done really well not mentioning the fact you haven't had dinner.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, it's splendid, splendid job.
No, thanks. You know what I mean? I think I've done exceptionally well.
So, out of 10, where would you score that?
You're talking to the wrong person. I don't like Le Mans. I don't like the track. I think it's long. I think it's at times the racing was somewhat off the pace. I'd give it 6, 7. 6, 7. That would be what I would do. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. My kids said it. So, right, let's bring Bradley Sellers into the booth. Your winner overall managed to snatch a win right on the final lap there as well, with a few corners left. Brad, welcome in, bud.
Thank you very much.
Great racing.
Yeah, that was insane at the end. I need to go back and watch what happened.
We're not entirely sure. We can't work out the contact because of the way the camera angle works in RF2. Unfortunately, we don't know if there was contact between De Bruin and Dahlgren, or if Dahlgren was sliding, lost it, and hit De Bruin. It was very, very difficult to see there as well. How was it out there, though, for 2.5 hours? Did you sort of jump off the sim and run to the toilet?
No, I went before we started.
Oh, fair play to you.
It was a tricky race, but I really enjoyed that. But going back to the contacts, I think, looking briefly at it, that Magnus might have locked the rear brake.
Oh, okay.
Because the cam was right first and then left. So, but I'll have to have a proper look at it.
And that's where the contact comes from then as well. So great racing out there from you guys. How did you get on with fuel and everything else tonight? Because it seemed a little bit, there was sort of fuel stops a little bit away from each other. Dan Hurlock taking another lap as well.
Yeah, I tend to be on the side of not saving that much fuel. It's tricky in this series because it takes so long to refill. But I mean, I think I finished with an extra lap, so I could have took a bit back out. But yeah, Dan's really good at fuel saving. Vat was pretty good at fuel saving. I do it if it's necessary, but I tend to prefer to just go a bit faster.
So basically, run flat out until it runs out.
Yeah, I did in that last stint, definitely.
Yeah, I do the same, mate. I can't work out fuel for the love of my money. I just literally, when I do drive, just run the car all the way out as well. On that one. Well, Brad, great chatting to you. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just the guys that run CMS do a fantastic job with the mods and getting everything going. And all my friends back at Team Rocky Monsters, we've had a good race today, so I'll try to carry on.
Awesome job there, buddy. Well, take care, mate, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye. Paul, it doesn't look like we're getting anybody else in here, son, is it?
No.
And they're all leaving the chat above us as well.
Well, if they don't want to speak, then they don't want to speak. What can we do?
Absolutely. Well, guys, on that bombshell then, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for joining us here as well. I've been JP. I've been alongside Paul Glover. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on a track sometime. Good night.